तेरे बिना है ये सुहा.
Our previous stage was rough.
दिल दरिया.
And we barely made it. But don't you dare to get too comfy up there, because we're going to make sure you won't be in the same position next stage.
क्या हाल है दोस्तों?
ここまでで分かったのは、この大会を勝ち上がるにはエイムや技術だけでは足りないということ。この先はメンタルの戦いだ。最も重要なのは諦めず逆境でこそ前を向く靴の心。
우승하는 것이 저희의 최종 목표이자 꿈이고 그 꿈을 이루겠습니다.
I think right now all the team are worried about how they're going for the finals weekend. It makes them forget what should be their focus.
첫 번째로 4강에 진출한 팀으로서 장단점이 있다고 생각합니다.
Hello अबेक, hello यार.
자신감을 얻고 더욱 강하고 두려움이 없는 팀이라는 것을 보여주죠.
We will use their chaos, their confusion, and their lack of confidence as our biggest opportunity.
俺たちは勝つ、容赦なく。そして自分たちこそがパシフィック最高のチームだと証明する。
But remember, the higher you are, the harder you fall.
वीडियो देखा, रियलिटी देखा. जो मन में था बोला. कप्पा मेरे को व्हाट्सएप पे मैसेज कर रहा है, डिस्कॉर्ड आ रहा है. मैं डिस्कॉर्ड पे बैठा हूँ कब से, कप्पा ही नहीं है मतलब म्यूटेड है. ओह देखे वॉकआउट से. जॉन भाई आज मारोगे कि आज भी सोने वाले हो?
Sushi boys. Leviathan.
हेलो सोहम, बस बढ़िया. आप बताओ गाइस, क्या लगता है कौन जीतने वाला है आज?
MC Slasher.
गाइस फुल चेंज जीतेगा आज. अंदर से फीलिंग आ रही है. भाई किसी ने तो कुछ किया भाई वर्कआउट पे
Berserks. Shiro.
Household names in SCA Valorant since the very beginning. Boom, climbing up from the lower bracket, empowered by this Indonesian crowd. And we have Full Sense
workout में उतना
looking
feel
for
नहीं आएगा,
redemption
क्या
after
बोलते हो?
one of the most shocking Ascension matches we've had to date. Can they drown that out?
I will have to wait and see. We can already see them using the crowd to their advantage. The crowd's gonna love it seeing them come out like that. These guys are too excited.
I'm excited for the C showdown, and we immediately get some bans here going by an Icebox. Not too surprising, Full Sense struggling against some Frieza there. Boom has not found any success at all on Icebox. You guys already look at map number 2, but I'm looking at map number 1. Ascent for the classic C showdown with the usual meta. Sure, Boom hasn't played it yet this tournament, and we did see JFT lose against Full Sense when Full Sense did bring it out. But I know Abyss again. Ewok, why don't you go for it?
Yeah, I'm just looking at map 2.
Yeah, like always.
I'm so excited to see Abyss once again. I'm curious to see, are we going to see a little bit
Abyss
more of the
देखने में
playbook
मजा तो
from
आएगा।
Boom? How much did they have to show yesterday? It was quite dominant. So of course, I would think that they didn't have to show everything that they have. But some question marks on Full Sense. They're going to have to be ready for this Abyss. And then I'm looking at the Lotus.
Yeah.
Teams are smelling some blood in the water from Boom's Lotus.
Yeah, and I also want to point out Sunset, map 4, map 5 Haven. We can talk about that later. We knew what happened yesterday to Full Sense. But to no surprise on Ascent, right, Mika? It will just be your standard composition versus your standard composition. Meta Ascent, sure, but John Olsen versus Spain was on the
For
jet.
any
We're all
reason
looking
you
out for
stop
that one.
membership अरे वो
Yeah,
बंद
and
हो
Ewok,
गया
I
है
know
वो
we have
चालू
no
करना
surprise
है
here on the Asian comp, but are we looking for some surprise performances perhaps that you're looking to pop out here?
So I'm excited to see, because they're playing the mirror comp, right? There's no comp diff or nothing like that. It's just whoever plays this composition better is going to be the team that wins out.
Yeah, pure fundamentals will be proven right here, right now.
Like
especially when you have two
guys,
teams
आज
just
मेरे को
facing against each other.
तीन मैप
It
देख
gets a
के
little bit
निकलना
personal
पड़ेगा।
sometimes in and out of the
काम
chat.
है हम
You
लोग का।
know that these two teams will try to find
तो
a way to
3:15
just
तक मैं
say
हूँ।
diff to the other
उसके
guy
बाद
coming into this one.
Oh yeah, it's that regional pride that comes in.
Mafi
It's
data.
the drums that come in here as we're hearing here in Britama Arena. So let's get things started. We are about to head into
क्या
our
Full
first
Sense
map of
3-0
our
करेगी?
lower finals. Boom Esports versus Full Sense. Kongi and Komodo, are you ready
हो जाता
to
तो अच्छा
ascend
होता।
to greatness? We are about to head into
भाई-
Ascent. Take it away.
कोई अपना mod है
Selamat datang, welcome Indonesia to Britama Arena and everyone watching along from home. Kongmodo back on your screens, baby. We are here for what feels like the crux of this competition, right? It's going to be electric in here.
तो
The
डाल
arena
पोल,
is already
पोल में
filling
डाल
up.
सकता हूँ।
Komodo, man, what are we in for?
I'm hoping a 5-map series after what we've already seen. You know, SPG are still at the top right now into the grand final, and they kind of wiped the floor with Full Sense yesterday. I'm just going to put it out there, right? They're calling it the incident. We walked us through that one, and I was impressed. I was impressed by SPG, and I'm knowing that going in towards this map of Ascent right now for Full Sense, it has to be the reset for them. They have to just be really level-headed going into this, because not only are you fighting against Boom in the server, you're fighting against Boom's fans out of the server here, and, you know, yesterday's showing of the crowd support wasn't really there for them in that game right. Now, it's going to be a problem.
Absolutely, they have to ride with that, right? I think it's going to be bringing out a little bit of bloodlust for Full Sense in a way, I think. You know, that pressure needs to be kind of bottled up and utilized into the server now, because they can't walk away. They're a titan of the region, right? They cannot fall over after a 13-0 moment. They've got to get into it live now. But I think it is time. Ladies and gentlemen, get up on your feet, type in the chat, enjoy yourselves, because we are here for day number 2 of the playoffs in Britama Arena. Who's going to ascend to greatness, Komodo?
But first, who's going to get into the grand final. Are we going to get
Pacific
a
का
rematch
format
of Full
अच्छा नहीं
Sense
लगा
yesterday
guys.
into it? Are we going to get Boom to have that
Europe
upper
और NA
rematch
का
as
format
well?
अच्छा था.
Pistol
Group
round to
series था,
start us
सब
off
कुछ था.
on Ascent. It says 𝘼𝘽𝐿𝐒 the Miracom. Who is better? Is it going to be John Olsen to continue with the first bloods? Is it going to be Famous, who's finally starting to find himself within this tournament?
No cheats, no tricks, all the same, even playing field. Famous position. BTC does get spotted out. That's a little bit of information that they can gather.
Yeah, but a strong lean over towards the B side at the moment for Full Sense, and you've already starting to see that Boom are figuring that one out. A great scan, actually, to be solidifying some information for a couple of seconds. Again, no space from Boom. Actually deeper up to A main, just being tempered by 𝑍𝑠p. Bit of a peek in from NC Slasher as well, but as the minute mark approaches on the clock, finally Full Sense, they escape A main and they start to change up towards mid.
Tempered an approach right now, nice and calm. Not needing to oversend their position. They don't want to lose one in this pistol round, Komodo.
Yeah.
It seems like they're still turtling back outside B.
Let's go.
Fox still does have both
आ गया
shots as
कप्पा.
well. If they get an idea that
मैं
the
कब
Shadows
से
are going
बैठा
to
हूँ
be just
Discord में
at
तो
the
WhatsApp
starting
मैसेज
spot
कर
of
रहा
the
है.
B side, they can be down,
हाँ,
but here
देखा
comes the hit now.
Scan, Paranoia comes out as well. John Olsen at the helm here, looking to go forward, but that's going to be Famous to find a shot. Full Sense at least getting one with that utility on the Nano, but now 𝑍𝑠p and 𝘼𝑬 getting it back. It's a trade out, however, Komodo. It's not over just yet. Fox in the 1v2.
Like to be retrieved. Dart used nice and early. A single shocky, but the 1 versus 2, a full stick.
Flash है ना यार दोनों के पास है.
NC Slasher actually manages to get him off it here. Falls his way back into the boat shed. Now he has to try and isolate these jewels here. 𝑍𝑠p already up in his face. 10 seconds. Needs to find a shot. But it's not going to happen, and that's already going to be Boom getting the entry point here.
Yeah, great timing from 𝑍𝑠p on that Paranoia as well. I love the fact that he was just really solidified and staying over
भाई
the A
retake
side,
में Paranoia
pushing
बचता
the
तो बहुत
one-ways,
danger
making
वाला
sure
scene है.
that he doesn't need to stick with the fight there. Can rotate back over with the team when the hit starts to come down on towards the site. A little bit of ill timing from the Boom guys actually on the site when they're trying to see �berserkz jump up for these shots over towards the laneway. But in the 1 versus 2, spike plant denied, as I'm mentioning, with the Paranoia, frazzles the opponent, makes him fall back, and then it's just cleanly done from there on out.
Slow start yesterday for Boom. Let's see if they can find some momentum here nice and early off the back of this pistol. A lot of suppression.
Yeah, 3 revealed is
Yeah,
actually
it's
going
a
to
balanced
really stop
shooter.
any
But I think
proceedings here. And
Boom
again,
will
you're
be
just
full
kind
of
of looking
confidence
at
from
rinse and
yesterday and
repeat, mundane
Full
Ascent,
Sense
right? Get
का
what you
थोड़ा
can
उल्टा हो
off on the
सकता है.
0
Let's
points
see
on your recon
how
darts.
it goes
Look to play
starting.
with a little bit of
See,
these
at this
rotations
stage,
and
guys,
over
it's not
rotations.
much of a
We've
video
seen
game.
some
It's more of a
exposing
confidence
about
game.
mid
जब तुम
being
top
weak
3
in
में आ
this
जाते
map,
हो ना,
specifically with the
mental
really
ज़्यादा
strange composition that
वो रहता है कि
𝑍𝑠p came
किसका
out with,
strong
but
है.
this is mainstream. This is known.
Orb gathering moment.
पोपा जी पैनल को बुलाया जाए. कप्पा सर तो है.
Sort of settling down for a second. About no mistakes here for Boom. And �berserkz is able to deny one.
क्या कर रही है Fox? मतलब 2 बार jump करेगा तो मारेगा नहीं क्या?
Trying to see if he can draw any positions and players away from the A site, but it's not really happening.
Just on the other side of that dark cover. Waiting ever so patiently here. Now the info, now the take is going to start to come through. But NC Slasher, denial of service.
हाँ वेदांत देखा मैंने.
Chilling like a villain here. Dark cover goes back down, and looks like Full Sense are going to have to fall away.
Yeah, all for Fox. I mean, you get closer towards your Hunter's Fury in this, but with 30 seconds to go, it really is going to just be that management of the time yet again. A window of opportunity that Fox could have potentially gone in towards the B side, but you're always going to realize the fact that you don't know exactly where your opponents are there. Good positioning from 𝘼𝑬 to take the space with Famous in mid, but 15 seconds, Mitch, they just need to die.
Yeah, getting strangled, really. They just got to push on in now. It's going to be that cross. NC Slasher finding another one here. John Olsen tagged up in the process as well, so that's spiked down. And you're exactly right. Leviathan just needs to meet his maker. And Boom walk away with the second round here. Nice and easy, but all comes down to the bonus and how they can back the momentum from here.
Yeah, prediction
absolutely.
बताओ.
I mean, we saw, you know, in the map
दिल
against
बोल रहा है
the bonus, you know, we were
3-1
hoping that
Full
we could see
Sense. दिमाग
something
बोल
come
रहा है
through for Full
3-1
Sense to
Boom.
reset themselves individually together as a team, because we've seen some great highlight moments come through from this team. We've got a team here that is looking to get back to an international stage, looking to get back to 𝐼𝑍𝐊𝐒, Valorant, you know, being a powerhouse. They don't want to see, you know, a 4th Korean team. None of these two guys do. But this one really is going to be the important round. It's still weaker on the side of Boom. Couple of light shields in the mix. You got Famous who's running in with the shotgun. So we'll see if the mid space is actually going to be respected. I love the idea of what Boom are doing, though. They're actually taking the deeper A main space this time.
You guys should know each other in and out. A little bit of an old school Southeast Asian rivalry. That close position. Famous right on the line.
I wonder if Fox is just going to do, you know, normal Sova things and use the drone to go in after this 0 point. I like that Famous isn't actually going to overexert himself, remove that dart as well, because this is the element of surprise. But as I was mentioning, the drone is where it becomes a problem. He needs the timing here to work with it, and he's got it too.
No way! He's also managed to get that tailwind to get out of there as well.
And the Vandal
recovered. Famous! He's notorious right now as 𝐍𝐿𝐼's got in towards position. Famous another 5 HP and he's out. 𝐍𝐿𝐼 can continue forward, but he's overstepped his welcome.
The spike down in an actual problematic position there too. Bit of a funny one when the Bucky goes in and it removes it. Yes, it is retrievable right now, but you are a player down as full sense. You've got no smokes from Leviathan. You actually just need to bully your way in to essentially the A site right now. You cannot contest with all of you Killjoy util at B.
That's a great trade out. Hesitation was kind of one of the things that really got ugly for full sense in the previous, but they can't be half booked here. They don't want to be well done.
Arey Shiro bhai, no.
Sushi Boys does, but NC slaps.
Oh.
An absolute butchering on towards the A sites. No chance. And they are denied incompletion.
Yeah, he's not wanting to fill that Tetris block at the moment to clear the line. He's waiting for it to stack a little bit more so it can really build and annihilate 3-4 levels at a time, right? He waits for them to get in towards the site and he picks them up really easily. Some great damage done on the boys in
Dash
amongst
the
other battles, but
this play
really
again,
key.
Komodo, the aggression to be able to have that level of confidence to go in, and this is what I mean, full sense. They don't know where to sort of position themselves. They caught off and then they end up not clearing out.
Yeah, back to the pistols for full sense as well. Got to get a little bit more risky. They can push towards this orb. They'll get the Hunter's Fury for Fox, which is what they managed to do. But are you going to be relying on that in a round such as this? Waiting out a couple of key pieces of utility. You don't want to see any overextensions from Boom. What's worked so far is gorgeous for them, and you start to get a sense of idea that this A main control, starting with the one-ways, you're getting 𝐍𝐿𝐼, then putting a bit of a deeper one later on. This is going to have to be a pop and overwhelm play towards A now for full sense.
And it really could be, right? They're in a bit of an awkward position, but with that Aldrin coming out, they should start to gather some info. The denial from the Paranoia. And 𝐍𝐿𝐼 feeling a little bit awkward here, but he will manage to get away. John Olsen has managed to at least push the narrative, gotten them off the side, taking some control. We might very well see a spike down here, but Shiro, is that the spike drop? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is, and look at the flank that's starting to come through from Sushi Boys. It'll be really late when they start to establish the spike now.
They might try to deny this straight off the bat. Will they? Just waiting for it. Again, it's just a thing about making them question their own decision-making here.
कैसे बोल रहे हैं आजकल लोग इतने
A little
सुबह
bit of a slow offense here, and now they start to
YouTube पे देख रहे हो, Twitch पे देख रहे हो.
Famous finding Leviathan, and Shiro another. It's just looking way too easy right now.
भाई तो hype matchup है.
It's absolutely
hype matchup तो है, पर
it's like a symphony right now.
Full sense का confidence आ नहीं रहा है और Boom का भी जा नहीं रहा है, तो लग रहा है
चिल्लम चिल्ली बहुत है भाई बूम के साइड में.
And the biggest thing that you need to see is the fact
भाई वो
that
बूम का ओनर देख भाई उठ के मिडिल फिंगर वगैरह दिखा रहा है एक राउंड के बाद कल के गेम में.
तू उसको जानता है ना तू
बचपन से
जानता.
खेला था ना बूम में, इतना मेरे को याद है.
नहीं वर्ल्ड ड्रिफ्ट में ट्राई आउट किया था.
वो कौन सा टीम है?
बूम वाले निगमा गैलेक्सी में दिया था.
नहीं एक और टीम वाला कोई तो
Execration.
Execration.
Lone Wolves always fight better in a pack. Now just watching the mid game here.
कपड़े उतार देते भाई बूम वाले हम लोग के उस ज़माने में टोटा में.
Can be delivered with this one. I mean, apart from PDC, the rest of the squad do have the full shields.
And a fair bit of space here for free. What can they do with it?
On paper तो full sense वाली टीम better है ना कि नहीं?
Balanced action में तो. पर जीतना चाहिए full sense, पर ऐसा ये नहीं कि Boom खराब है.
अभी तो top 3 आ गया भाई, जो पपला नहीं हुई जीतेगा.
Sushi Boys in the dirt there.
Yeah, and just immediately stopping any mid proceedings as well, because there was just a little bit of a battle in through the market cross. So now you're going to transition into the trap that actually is a Paranoia from 𝐍𝐿𝐼 and all this Killjoy.
Stream चालू है तेरा?
हाँ, stream चालू है.
Gonna have to make this one work here, Komodo.
सब बताने का भाई पहले से.
मेरे को लगा तू assume करेगा अभी daily stream करो तो stream चालू रहेगा.
अरे just चालू है मेरे को लगा.
John Olsen though with the trade. And now they found a little bit of extra space here. Leviathan will try to slip the wickets from that Hunter's Fury.
Good damage though, down to 7.
Install किया deadlock तू.
हाँ install किया अभी.
Not a bad one. First sort of real
पर
opportunity.
सीखना पड़ेगा अभी आता नहीं है ना.
The best weapon, and now that Hunter's Fury goes out. Shiro narrowly
तेरे 30 गेम हारने का एक्सपीरियंस खुद से करना चाहिए. चाहे हारेगा तो कि बता दूं तेरे को 10 मिनट में जितना हो.
10 मिनट में बता देना. गाय को हारना जरूरी थोड़ी है.
It's so hard. How are you supposed to get those 1v1 moments and go for the clutch?
ये बस्टर है इसी में नहीं, क्राउली बच्चा.
Yeah, a really big risk for Shiro
तुमको
pushing
बच्चा
B
कैसे
main at the very
Crowley
beginning of the round, but a massive reward
ex-professional
because they
Dota 2
removed
player, current
one
professional
player in
Pokemon
Sushi
Unite
Boys, you know,
player.
whose turret usually is the
रुक जा भाई,
instigator
वैल्यू
to
देख
see if there's
चुपचाप
any deeper B main
इंट्रो
pushes
बहुत गंदा
coming
देता है
out
तू
to give you the spotto that you need to go for the duel. So the fact that that happens there, you've got the player advantage
तू
going
दे
in towards the
खुद का भाई
retake here, and it is
वैल्यू
two
देखो
very
भाई,
spread
नहीं जरूरत
positions
इंट्रो
from Fox
इंट्रो
and
की कुछ
Leviathan. You can't really assist each other when you're playing Hell and in main. That dart, you could, you know, if it's online, you could
कल
kind
इसके
of
साथ
push
बैठा
out
था
to Hell, but you're in
बूम वाला
just such a
ओनर
worrisome
सेवेरिनो
position
और
where you
इसके
do have all
साथ
the angles
मॉनेट
in
के
a player
साथ
deficit.
हाँ
So
ब्लेसिंग
really
भी था ना उधर
well entangled
Yeah.
for Boom there that they managed to just bring it in, and a timeout. I mean, it was needed, right? It's early on recovery time because it's 5-0, right? You can still come back forwards on the back of a timeout like this with some coach input.
अभी अच्छा दिख रहा है थोड़ा ना स्टेज
Boom,
Ah.
absolutely locked in right now. They have taken that momentum, the snowball. We're not even on Icebox. They are doing it all right. Every decision has impact. And in front of the Indonesian crowd, inside Britama Arena down here in Jakarta.
इंडोनेशिया तो जा भी सकते थे रे, ज़्यादा दूर भी नहीं है, वीज़ा वीज़ा भी नहीं लगता ना अपने के लिए ज़्यादा।
मैं जापान जाता था अगर एसेंशन उधर होता तो
अच्छा जापान
मैं जा चुका हूँ बहुत सारे टूर्नामेंट्स हुए जकार्ता में जिंदगी में बोर हो गया जकार्ता
needed someone to elevate them to get into it. We were questioning
जापान
what
नहीं गया
room are we
वहाँ
going to be getting on the stage here?
ये तो
Are
आ
they
रहे
going to fall by the wayside and disappear?
जापानी बाकी हो गया बाकी दुनिया घूम ली स्पोर्ट्स खेल खेल के
And the latter is
आज वो अकेला क्यों बैठा भाई
yesterday's
इनका
performance
ओनर
into a stellar start
आएगा
so
आएगा
far
सुबह
on
सुबह
this
सुबह
defensive
सुबह
side
वाला
as
गेम
well.
है आएंगे लोग
And
धीरे
they
धीरे
continue it. I mean, it's got to be a daunting factor for Full Sense when you get absolutely obliterated.
सुबह
for,
सुबह
you
क्या
know,
उधर दोपहर के
yesterday's
3
game,
बजे
and
रे
then you're coming in towards it and you're coming on
भाई
a
उसका
really
मुंह
good
देख मैं
start.
बोल रहा हूँ
Sent, in my mind, for
वीकेंड
both
था कल वो वीकेंड था कल आँख बराबर खुली नहीं है उसकी
And so far, Full
जानता है
Sense,
ये
their
बंदे
head's
को
not in the game.
हाँ मैं सुना है उसके बारे में कहानी है
We're
डैडी
all on the same page, I think is the perfect
Wild
way
at
to
me,
do it.
well.
Still potentially a little bit shaken from yesterday's series.
Yeah, well, we'll start to see if this is where they do bounce back, right? On the back of the timeout, small adjustments with a bit of a lean back towards this B side yet again.
क्या चालू है भाई सेकंड टाइम है वही सेम रिकॉन से स्कैन हो रहे हैं
An operator in the hands of Famous that has to give you a little bit of concern.
Found the space.
ये राउंड हार गया तो बहुत लग रहा है गेम
Actually not going to be spotted at the moment by Boom, so this is a bit worrisome for Shiro and for NC Slasher.
Rotation away. This is the first one yet where they seem to kind of have a little bit of a early step
right.
forward as John Olsen opens up very nicely.
Full
NC
gay.
Slasher has been pushed
सुबह हो
back.
गई
That's a good
इसकी
response though. Now we can fall away and take it.
सुबह हो गई पर स्मोक इतना लेट आया है ना कि
मर गया
Plays for Famous if the operator isn't priority, and you've got NC Slasher with the null command. You'll wait for Zespi to get a second dark cover online potentially as they start to clear out mid. Now it's eyes on the retake.
Super.
होता है भाई दिन का पहला गेम बहुत लोगों का ऐसे ही रहता है
Now they've set them up to perfection. Now they just need to make sure they can at least push back on this offense coming in from Boom.
मिड लेने के लिए दो स्मोक यूज किया ना
हाँ पर एक और स्मोक आ गया था जितना मेरे को याद
हाँ
है
साइकिल हो रहा था जस्ट और
Shot
भाई
Another frag to come out from this KO as there's Fox on the flank and PTC. There
खुल
we
गई खुल
go.
गई आँख खुल गई
चलो खाता खुल गया
They've
है
done it, and with 4 alive, that is something they need to take in their stride immediately.
पर प्रॉब्लम ये है ना जब तक जॉन ऑल्सन जागेगा नहीं सीरीज जीतना मुश्किल है कल तो सोया ही हुआ था आज भी ऐसा
Looking after the flank,
John
you've got a
Olsen
dart
और
that can come in
Leviathan
later
को
towards the tree on
जागना
site. You can
पड़ेगा।
put it over towards the plat. You can get a great scan. You can go for the wall.
पोपा जी आप
Normal
इंडोनेशिया
tendencies, but the
क्यूटीज
fact that he
फुल
just removes
बराबर
himself, goes to the flank,
इंडिया में नहीं हो रहा
activates a
इंडोनेशिया
little
में
bit
कर
later
रहे
on with the team in a
क्या?
delayed cross.
ज़्यादा easy है भाई उधर
Really well for
ज़्यादा
Full
easy
Sense
है
to close that round.
Yep.
Much more synergized approach there from Full Sense. We need to see a
क्या करना
continuation
है
of that narrative.
इंडोनेशिया में
क्यूटीज पुल करना
Standardness over at A main.
ये सब
The B
क्यूटीज
main,
पुल
Shiro
वगैरह
trying
भाई
to punish that.
चैट वालों को समझ में नहीं आ रहा लग रहा है हम लोग सब 25 साल के ऊपर वाले लोग हैं इधर कूल कूल लैंग्वेज यूज कर रहे हैं लोग एकदम
Seeing a bit of momentum, and it's going to go back on his SB. I mean, they've got the positioning here to try and deny it, but it's still going to be a toughie. John Olsen already trying to take point here, and again, they can't overlook Zespi. He's given it again. The moment in time where he's been able to find it, they traded. That's great. But Famous, he interjects. He's got something to say.
प्लेयर जोश में लग रहा है दोस्तों
Shut up and shut down as Berserk's in the 1v3.
No lockdown either at the moment, and you've got to be considering that Sushi Boys.
ये जॉन राइट चेक करके क्यों नहीं डैश कर रहा है मेरे को नहीं समझ रहा है
वैलोरेंट पैसिफिक वाला चैनल ना ट्विच पे
Head for the hills, you'll have a little bit of a reset. You'll balance out your own economy. You can get
अरे 10-15 सेकंड आगे चालू है तो
be worth it.
5-2
Berserk's has had so much impact throughout the course of this playoffs. He needs to save and
अरे
reserve
यार,
his
कोई
frenzy
नहीं आ
for
रहा है
another
अंतर में।
time. Making the right decision here to save.
उनको खुद के पैसे बचाने तेरे ऑफ
Looking at what Fullsense have up their sleeve for this.
देखना भाई
well,
पैसे नहीं होने के बाद
lockdown, that can actually be just a normal execute.
वो वाला जोश तभी आता है, ये सब इतने रेट से रुपए गन गिराओ जाके इसका, ये सब अभी कुछ नहीं, पैसा बचा, अगला राउंड नसीब हो ना हो।
So I wouldn't be surprised with now Fullsense changing it up a little bit from a B split with a late lurk into a pretty
Suggest a
mainstream
good
A take
mouse
that they
please,
would
मेरे
go
को
for
रेजर
a bit of
वाइपर
an
पसंद
ultimate
है।
play.
The approaches
अभी
so
जो भी
far,
चालू
these
है
two
V2
rounds for
V3 वो
Fullsense
देख
being
लो
so
अपने
tempted,
हिसाब
whereas
से।
it seemed like Boom were just sort of
और कुछ नया
confident
कंपनीज
themselves
भी आया है,
knowing this is
उसमें
gonna be
थोड़ा
going to
सस्ता
be
आता है वायरलेस।
good free sort of surgeons for them into
एक क्रियो का भी है ना।
Hero is going to be pushing B main.
क्रियो का भी है,
Seen it
क्रियो
really
इंडियन
early,
कंपनी है,
you
इसके
might
लिए
look to
सही
do
है।
it a little bit differently, but just fall back on your
मस्त है क्रियो गाइस, खरीदो।
Get out your recon dart, see if
कौन ब्रांड है मेरे
I don't know,
मेरे और
मैं
का
इन
स्पॉन्सर है,
लोगों
फटाफट फटाफट खरीदो। मैंने
और
भी यूज
अगर
नहीं किया बट खरीद लो।
मैं वही बोल रहा था, अगर स्पॉन्सर नहीं रहता तो
स्पॉन्सर नहीं रहता तो यूज करके बोलता था। बेल्टा भी स्पॉन्सर है तो खरीद लो। लाइक माइक वाइक तो पड़ा है मेरे पास, उसका सामान तो अच्छा है।
माइक भेजना एक बच्चे।
भेजता हूँ ना
ये
भाई।
लाइट चाहिए यार बच्चे। टैंक
क्रियो का है क्या?
कुछ है क्या तेरे
होता है क्या क्रियो का?
वाला कूपन
ऊपर नहीं भिजवा दो ना भाई, क्यों टेंशन ले रहा, भिजवा दो। क्या चाहिए बता, उसका साइड देख।
बताता हूँ, मैसेज कर दो।
Actually good relocation as well to get the op back on towards the mid line, but if you miss a shot or
लाइट वेट भी आता है क्या क्रियो का?
हेडफोन कैसा है उसका?
Looks like it's a little bit of a fake from this Malcolm and the alarm, but
ठीक है, प्राइस की सबसे अच्छा काम है।
कितने का है?
once again they're not clearing corners.
सब बजट प्रोडक्ट्स है, 5000 के अंदर ही है
And
सब।
traded out. And see Slasher gets one more for his
500
trouble.
भी
But there's Berserks. Control and calm inside main.
Player advantage and
भाई मैं फुकट वाले कैटेगरी में हूँ, पैसे पता नहीं मुझे, बट इतना पता मुझे। प्राइस फ्रेंडली तो है काफी।
Absolutely. It's going to be a pincer approach now, and the paranoia is starting to send.
आई गेस उसका जो माउस है ना, तो स्टील सीरीज का वो यूज किया, एरोक्स करके एक माउस आया था कुछ साल पहले वायरलेस में, जी प्रो का कॉम्पिटिटर जो था।
अरे अरे
अरे अरे अरे ये वाला मूवमेंट देखा देखा लग रहा है मेरे घर के नीचे सिग्नल विग्नल पे। तो जो स्टील सीरीज का जी प्रो का कॉम्पिटिटर है ना, उसके जैसा है, सेम टू सेम। अभी वो अच्छी बात है बुरी बात है वो तेरे ऊपर है, प्रेफरेंस पे।
जी प्रो मेरे को पसंद नहीं है, तो माउस शायद मेरे को पसंद
मेरे को जी प्रो का शेप इतना अच्छा तो नहीं लगता। वाइपर या वो छोटा माउस है तो कोबरा वाला भी आइटम आया है कुछ तो रिजर्व का।
नहीं, मेरे को वाइपर पसंद है ना, तो इसके लिए वो शेप में अगर कुछ है तो
नहीं, जी प्रो वाला शेप है क्रियो में।
एक बच्चे मेरे को एक कीबोर्ड और माइक।
कौन सा कीबोर्ड यूज कर रहा है
अभी मैं भाई
सर्कल गेमिंग?
नहीं, मेरा रेजर हंट्समैन था, वो खराब हो गया, मर गया वो। अभी मैं HP ओमन का कीबोर्ड यूज कर रहा हूँ, जो पहले मिला
अच्छा ना हो अभी।
डिसेंट है। हाँ,
फीस कौन सा है उसमें रे?
पता नहीं कब फुकट मिला था तो इतना सोचा नहीं।
वेबसाइट पे जाके एक बार देख ले क्या क्या चाहिए और बता दे, करवाता हूँ।
John Olsen caught in the reload, and now Fame is trying to get in towards position. Nicely done. Left onto Fox here to try and recollect, to try and take point. They've heard the audible. Footsteps in, and again, it's not that clearance. Zesby in full control.
छोड़ के धंधे की बात चालू हो चुकी है। धंधे की बात नहीं।
वालो अच्छा खेले, उसके लिए धंधा चालू है भाई। अरे जो नाचा था अभी राउंड जीतने के बाद वो जेस्बी उतर गया।
नहीं, किलजॉय प्लेयर कौन है क्या? बरसत।
अच्छा।
The Flash, you saw it happen with both players in the open.
जेस्बी वो लाल बाल करके बैठा ना वो।
Timing that really assists Boom to be able to gather that.
So many micro mistakes from Fullsense. I think they've got to tighten it up so much.
But can they?
भाभी इतने साल स्पोर्ट्स खेल लिया, बाल कलर करते हुए नहीं देखा अभी तक तेरे को मैंने। क्या
नेचुरली हो रहे थे ना उसके।
वो कपा इंडियन में जो प्लेयर्स के साथ खेल रहे थे नेचुरली
क्या भाई, उधर बाहर लोग ग्रे बाल खुद का ऐसा ये करते हैं ना पैसा भर के, इधर अपना फ्री में हो रहा है।
Trying to reposition, but Shiro can keep pushing them back. This is the thing.
बेचारे के लिए बुरा
Look at
लगा
them,
रहे जेट के लिए
stunned, deer in the headlights. They can't break through.
They've stopped on them. They have absolutely made sure that you cannot enter, you cannot pass go.
Do not collect $200. You will not buying a hotel.
3-0 boom ही होने वाला लग रहा है अभी.
And now Famous gets the spot.
नहीं रे नहीं.
Another shot.
अरे पहला मैप जाता है भाई POPA में कभी-कभी ऐसा.
अरे पर अभी सिल्लो का अच्छा भी है बूम का. कल खेल रहे थे.
1 versus 5 and the shots aren't to deny. Boom. They are doing exactly what they did to Riddle yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely. Just following in. It's like they haven't kind of changed
8-4
between the secondary map to close the
comeback
series
का chance
yesterday
है
in towards this one. Out the gates is swinging. You can just see
मैं मैप तो कुछ ज़्यादा ही जल्दी खत्म हो रहा है ऐसा लग रहा है.
coming out from Boom over at the same
फट 10-15 सेकंड में राउंड जा रहा है.
कल फुल सेंस वाली दो गेम भी ऐसे भी है. ऐसे ही खत्म हो रहा था.
हाँ बाबा. क्या हो गया उनको क्या पता.
They're getting them in towards wine. They're continually changing it up and even moving the Killjoy setup as well for Berserk.
Boom second आई थी ना लास्ट तक Ascension में.
Where is this util? What util do we have to put in to try and get on in?
भाई मजबूत मार खाया Berserk.
14 points of HP. There's a little bit of a weakening here, but that scan might be good. They've got plenty of info off the back of it.
HP के सबसे ज़्यादा confidence में नहीं खड़ा बंदा.
For Shiro with that reveal. So we'll get into
ये मॉली लगे हुए हैं ना अभी के लिए. ज़्यादा कुछ
one-ways
टेंशन नहीं है.
over at A. There was one that was dropped over at the B main entrance from Zespi as well, but Shiro immediately straight out on the bolt. He found one.
मार दिया भाई उसने तो.
Fox already taking down a hugely impactful member of Full Sense, and once again it
मॉली
just seems
तोड़
to be
नहीं
this thing
सकते.
where
Recon
Full Sense, they're just not on the same page. They're so split up. They're so in their own mind.
ये KO ज़्यादा freeness वाले position में लग रहा है मुझे थोड़ा.
Yeah, the A site, which you know the lurker
Boom वाला.
boys is now still structured at. You might consider
भाई इसको गन नहीं दिख रहा है. इसको गन दिखने के बाद वो नहीं.
You still have your
मैं वही पूछने वाला था. बंदूक दिखा ना उसकी स्क्रीन में
दिखा.
Comfort in the fact that it is going to be. You got to call your boys.
I think वो challenge नहीं करना चाहता.
Rotation though, so there will be at least a bit of a
इनको के लिए कहता.
Lambot denied, Cloudburst in. Now they try to make the entry in, but John Olsen
मर
taking
जा
very, very low.
दरवाजा बंद था इसने खोल
Pretty
दिया.
bold, right?
It was closed previously from Boom, but now it's about to go in. 20 seconds.
He's done it again.
एक को भी मार दिया इसने तो काम हो गया इसका.
Now Leviathan
काम
trying
तो
to
कर
take
दिया.
some control.
जो है
This is the Famous you're looking for. More notorious. Superstardom is his destiny. Sushi Boy's trying to find, but it's Famous once more, baby.
खत्म है भाई.
I took the camera out last year. I was in awe. And this
भाई मेरे को लगता है ऑब्जर्वर चेंज किए वैसे ग्रुप स्टेज से अभी.
हाँ दिख रहे हैं ना अभी थोड़े बहुत.
Further than they did last year at Ascension in Thailand, and they're looking good for it right now, baby.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of questioning
BO5 है ना
the
वैसे actually.
adaptability coming into
हाँ,
this
BO5,
tournament,
BO5.
running in with the neon. We've seen it picked up so
मैं
much.
तीन ही
And
मैप
we'll ask
देखता
you,
हूँ.
Famous, where are you?
He's so
You have disappeared on the Jet, on the Rays. He's back. He's back in towards the server, but who is still not present? Who was not present for Full Sense yesterday? John Olsen.
Jakarta traffic's caught him. He's stuck. 2 hours from the airport, John. Get moving quickly, mate. No oversleeping now.
Yeah, and into the last round of this half as well, right? So you've
Alak,
got a couple of
Bhavinkotwani.
Guardians in the mix, only from the shadows for the Leviathan. He's held on for pretty much the whole half, but it is quick. This in towards
this could
the
be
side,
big.
and a caught out, but a trade.
Oh, he's in a bad spot too. Here, Famous has managed to reposition, and now he's going to take advantage of that Blade Storm. Still alive, still kicking, and he has taken John Olsen again. Scalp for scalp, this man has been able to
John
do it.
Olsen
But
भाई से ना
Spike
नहीं
can
हो
be
रहा है.
planted, waiting to hold position. It is agent v
पकड़ने
agent
वाला.
right now. No information gathered, but it's not going to matter. Berserks, though, he's managed to slip the wickets here. I don't know if he
It
is
was
going to see
pinged.
it.
They
here,
saw it. They
Sushi.
pinged it on the floor.
Now they all go for it all at once. They don't know exactly where he is. One is good, though.
भाई शॉट से
And
बंदा आ रहा है.
चलेगा चलेगा.
Two position now. Leviathan, Fox,
चलेगा
two
वो.
players that can be relied on now. They're Famous. He's got the momentum behind him. Narrowly misses those shots, and now all onto Berserks. Will it be his time to open up that frenzy? He was so important yesterday. So many impactful moments, and there's one of two.
क्यों भाई,
50% there so far, Berserks. Have you got it in you, mate? The crowd is watching. All eyes on you. Trying to get onto this one, but it's Leviathan. All
Nice.
reliable, and three
भाई नसीब
means
वो
more
three
than
पे
we
मार
could
दिया
ever
इसको
know in
किसी
that
ने.
half for Full Sense.
We've already seen 9-3 come
पता नहीं है बस
ये फॉक्स का भी कीड़ा दिख रहा है ना. छुप सकता है वो ब्लॉक के पीछे भाई. रिकॉन में दिखा है. नहीं भाई हम
Really
फाइट
well
लेंगे
done
फाइट.
for Full Sense to get those kills at the end there. And the fact that Sushi Boys, when he's revealed by the Owl drone, pinged out as well, just on the mini-map radar, right? Not actually by the bolt of the drone, that he gets that one kill onto Shiro. That gives his teammates the opportunity to be able to come into the site with the clutch. Leviathan as well. I question from the shadows, why is he holding onto it? Reposition. They don't know where he's gone towards whatsoever, in towards main, and then they close it out from there.
I know you haven't watched 𝘼𝐽𝐿𝐒, but this crowd is giving me some serious vibes right now. It's so amazing to hear, like, the energy inside this place. It's always a story of wherever you send these kind of events, right?
Hello,
What's the
India.
crowd like?
Hello,
Are
Ross.
they going to show up?
Russell
Are they going to
Mendes.
deliver? And I think already, you know, even small in numbers, I mean, there's 2,500 people showing up for this game on Saturday. If that doesn't prove
Keyboard
passion,
key
I
is
don't
ordered.
know what
हाँ,
does.
सही है मेरे साथ.
And I'm so excited to see more here in Jakarta. It has been a pleasure for us all so far, and I think that's only going to continue.
पहले 4 राउंड
Remember
निकालना
though,
चाहिए.
right?
फिर
Aussie team
interesting होगा
JFT on this map, we've seen it from Full Sense. It was a close half, it was 5-7, but what happened when it was the defensive side for Full Sense that they go on right now? They got 8 rounds, so they can definitely make a bit of a comeback in this one.
Their offense being a little bit disconnected, I think it's a prime opportunity for them to really try and bring themselves back into this one.
For sure. But there's going to be a lot of importance for them on this pistol round as well, right? So close to get started. If it doesn't, well, are you playing out for the bonus? Are you playing out with a bit of a challenge in the secondary anti-eco to get some sort of progression guns out there? I don't know. Ooh.
I mean, look, what did we see yesterday? Boom, 9-3 down.
Yeah.
And they solved the riddle. I love it. I absolutely love it. But yeah, look, I suppose that's something we can very briefly talk about, right? You know, the 9-3 curse, you get the pistol if you're Full Sense, you put a little bit of pace behind it.
Yeah, well, we're quick in towards this one though, aren't we? So let's see. A bit of a B lean for Boom. Center Killjoy set up over here as well. A bit more mid priority from Sushi Boys, but they do leave John Olsen at the back of the site just to lurk.
Dark cover, immaculate timing here, but Fox is repositioned. I don't know how much I like this. He does manage to get away though, so it's all okay. And that's an opening here. PTC does get one with the fragment, but now Paranoia not quite investing enough into it here though. This could be timing that's bad, but John Olsen actually caught off guard, maybe peeking a little bit too early there. Fox gets one back, so it's still an opportunity, still a moment in time. Now they can all wrap in together. This is going to be the thing for Full Sense. They were a little bit disjointed. Now they need to be well-oiled, well-drilled, moving as a unit here. But it settles. They're waiting for their moment, for their time. And Shiro, again, the man that we've kept their eyes on firmly here. It's another 4 in. These shot bolts have been brilliant. And now all on the Sushi Boys. This is the thing again. Full Sense is hesitation. They cannot let Boom get 10. But they've got it all for them. And they've set up this narrative, this storyline has been built for them, Boom, to open it right up.
Fox भाई सिटी में आगे खड़े रिकॉन नहीं होल्ड कर रहे रश के हुए
being patient at the back of the site waiting to see if anyone would actually clear him. He loses his teammates on the site, and then you always have, you know, the idea that you've got to get your team back into it, right? You're the duelist, you're the one to try and get all these frags coming in. You want to build your own confidence, you get taken out, and that was a 3 versus 3 on the retake. That was just some really nice position watching to come through from Boom. Some really nice timing on the 0 point. Zespy got the dark cover as well at the end, and Sushi Boys couldn't do anything. So pistol to Boom really makes it more difficult now for Full Sense to get back in towards this one.
All 5 operating together. That's just the simplest storyline for Boom.
That's something we saw, remember, for Boom is Shiro taking a lot of B main space, right? Even on that pistol round. We didn't really see it too much from Full Sense on this defensive side. You know, are we going to get the idea that it's going to be more reactive? Because that's how it was a little bit against JFT. An unknown team, technically, and how they play, a little bit untoward. They're running in an ISO, for example.
That hasn't really worked out for Full Sense so far. Berserk's is going to pull the plug, heading his way back. Put all the eggs in one basket, but unfortunately it looks like they've
crowd ka lead hai bhai, ye nahi put ke radar ke nahi khelna
I guess you kind of know that it is going to be that pistol stack over at Bravo, so you can play it to your heart's content, and you can just set up to essentially right now for Boom, hold on to all of these guns for that bonus.
Hota hai aisa retake.
Still so perfect with their offense though, right? Leaving no stone unturned.
हो सकता है, possibility, probability
all
नहीं
they
है.
have to do is just make sure they don't drop the ball. They're gonna put the pace behind this. Just the pistols for Full Sense.
Fox भाई से recon lineup नहीं हो रहा है.
Such a moment for them. Bring this back. Fragment sort of denies the close nature underneath heaven, but again, I need to see the head-to-head between Famous and John Olsen right now. Last man standing in Leviathan. He will find one, but they're all looking at him.
क्या कर रहा है?
बहुत मारने वाला प्लेयर है क्या वो usually?
हाँ भाई, लास्ट गेम के पहले टूर्नामेंट में हाईएस्ट रेटेड ड्यूलिस्ट था वो। अभी भाई लास्ट गेम और ये गेम मतलब ऐसा लग रहा है
पागल हो गया, भूल गया खेलना।
गोविंद भाई ये क्या चल रहा है पता नहीं भाई, वत्सल भाई।
Again, I think just the cohesiveness
Neil
and the
साहब,
coordination of this game plan is being
दिक्कत हो रही है भाई।
executed flawlessly from Brew on this map. Full sense. I mean, we're talking about it. The pistol round was essentially the round needed to get back into it. If it's not a pistol round and you're not getting the second round, it's the bonus. You have to start this one, and it has to be clean.
You can be a little bit stressed about a 9-3.
अरे बच्चा है कॉल पे, उसको बोल पोकेमोन खेलने को। यार मृदुल यार यही बात हो गई ना, लोग विराट कोहली को मिलेंगे तो बोलेंगे अरे क्रिकेट खेलना, क्रिकेट क्यों नहीं खेल रहे हो? डिनर करते वक्त थोड़ी क्रिकेट खेलेगा, अभी सुबह सुबह उठा है बेचारा, अभी थोड़ी पोकेमोन खेलेगा।
A bit of scaling up through short for Boom, a bit of a push in for PDC, but unfortunately catching Zesty.
तेरी टीम की इज्जत रखते हुए उसकी भी इज्जत रख लेता हूँ।
But immediately Leviathan is here.
मार रे!
Trying to say some initiative from PTC, but in the exact same flip of the coin, PTC does manage to get one and into wine, and he wants to drink, but famous! Once more, John
अरे
Olsen
भाई
punished
बहरे हो गए क्या?
Jet diffed all of the above. PTC
नहीं चल रही भाई बंदूक के लोग की।
मैं बोल रहा हूँ ना, कुछ तो हो गया इन लोगों को भाई, ऐसा नहीं खेलते।
Now in this 3 versus 2 scenario, they're watching the line. Shiro tucked in, 2 buddy system under hell. And they are looking to bring out the Fury. They are all focused on towards NC Slasher. Now Fox has to try clear, has to be that 1v1.
वो सुशी बॉय भी भाई रिकॉन नहीं तोड़ रहा है भाई, मरने ही वाला है, ऐसा रहेगा।
He doesn't even need to be the solo hero, doesn't even need to be the champion. He's doing his job, and that is shutting down his opposition.
Yeah, and he just had to remain hidden in hell there as well. NC Slasher position reveal when he went for the wall bang up towards the rafters. The rest of the team
advantage,
playing for the time at the back of it together as a unit in tandem.
Energy.
They're just overwhelming and playing advantages.
18-8 versus 5-14. That is a storyline in
खत्म।
itself.
ये मैप तो गया भाई।
Wilson has really had some struggles on this stage.
Just
गेम क्या लग रहा है?
Interesting, हाँ।
Gorgeous, absolutely coming out from him, but right now not so much.
ऐसा मतलब थोड़ा भी कुछ दिखा नहीं
अरे
रहे।
जैसा ऐसा खेल रहे हैं ना, ऐसा लग रहा है खेलना भूल गए। देखना अभी जॉन ऑल्सन को देख भाई।
Finally getting famous. Maybe it's enough, maybe it's not. NC Slasher gets a nice response.
They didn't clear it.
That's exactly right. Overlooking the corner, the logs. And it's a power position and a power play. But I need to see a few more rounds before I can even start considering this comeback story.
Yeah, and you have to be so
भाई दर्श भाई, ये मैंने नहीं लिखा है, ये मेरे चैट में जो भी लोगों ने बोला था वो हम लोगों ने सब डाला था फर्स्ट।
playing with lesser than
क्या
you
रे?
were just equipped with of a round.
मेरा जो ये है ना
The fact that they
description,
actually managed to get this one over the line.
FPS का
pretty
momentum
cleanly
down
for the
आया ही
most
कहाँ
part.
है?
Gives them a little bit more of a throw and individual play towards full sense, but I mean,
भाई
you're
SPG
looking
तोड़
at,
दिया
right,
उनको।
the 13-0 that they get belted in the previous series, coming in towards the
SPG से हार के खड्डा हो गया लग रहा है टीम में।
हाँ पता नहीं।
and the score
अभी टाइम आउट ले रहा है राजा। अभी ये राउंड हार जाते तो गेम तो 13-3 खत्म था इसके पहले।
to have a discussion with them. It's
It's a
going to
technical
have to
pause.
really just say to them, guys, best of 5. I know it's a
After
matchup
yesterday's
right now,
13-0, yeah, I
but
think
it's
they got
okay,
shocked
right?
yesterday, Russ.
और गोलू
We
क्या हो
didn't
रहा है ये
expect
सब?
to lose in that way.
Figure out how to act
मेरे को क्या
against
पता?
Olsen, or, you know,
Russ, come on,
one of the-
TS, if
one of
you
the sides that we're
Discord,
hearing from
Discord.
Ewok in these
Russ
sort
को
of
भी दे देना
situations
बोलो
as well,
अगर आ
is
रहा हो।
sometimes you do realize that you're not able to get back into
भाई
the game.
गपलत
But
हो रहा है
keep
यार ये तो
focused,
एफएस के साथ।
Don't shake and look forward.
You know
Have
it
fun
hard,
for the
okay.
next one.
A 13-0 does one of two things, Komodo. I still remember on the online stage, decided to play a little bit of a warm-up game, right? Got 0-13. It was my Yoru's fault, all right? I'll put it out there. But the one thing it did was just fire me up, right? Momentum, motivation, brings you forward into
Hello,
the
guys.
rest of the matches
Hello.
for the day.
G fighting.
But it also does another thing. It's that hard
Right now,
mental reset. It's
FS is
throwing
not
in the
fighting, bro.
trash.
Oh shit.
And it looks like, you know, despite the real serious nature that they brought through, we noticed it from Full Sense.
Bro, I'm finally set up, guys.
Change of their attitude
Finally.
towards the games was shifted immediately.
I played some ranked yesterday.
How did it go?
It is no DCs, nothing, so it was good.
Someone is asking you, Russ, will you marry them?
No, bro. Aryan, what the fuck?
Breathe. That's all they can do right now. And just take it one step at a time.
Yeah.
I think it's an interesting time to have it simmer, kind of
predictions,
this moment,
guys.
right? But look, even if it's a thing of where you lose
Not
out
this
game,
map,
you lose
the
out this
series.
map, you think about Abyss, it is around the bend.
Yeah, I think about Abyss, and I worry for Full Sense just a little bit, but I love to actually hear it in the interview earlier with Coach Miyata. They wanted to reserve it. They had a game plan of having that as a, a trump card, essentially, coming in towards this tournament too, right? And they kind of reveal it a little bit earlier to continue a run, which, is good and bad. You can figure out where you were weak, where you were strong.
Yeah, boom, surely.
Bro, yesterday
in the result.
Famous on that clove.
the bucket where the AC's water fill up, bro. It started overflowing, man.
Being removed
Fuck.
from the jet onto a different role, the Cypher, and he has a little bit more freedom to be able to roam around, right? Same kind of storyline that we can see for Famous.
Very brief technical pause coming in, but there's a little bit of a PC issue going on. But once again, we just focus back on this crowd, right?
I want you in my room.
We had the privilege of being in the
Bachcha
arena
kidhar gaya?
for the
अच्छा बोला आता है थोड़ा time
Boom
हो गया.
versus Riddle game yesterday.
Yeah.
And this time it wasn't a fake comeback, right?
Well,
3-9.
Yo, I'll go eat, bro.
Right?
I'll
the
be back
Riddle
soon.
guys in that overtime, when it managed to get in towards it, you could see on the
Bhai,
stage that they
Atriya, bhai,
really
sharam kar
started
lo,
to
bhai.
look at each other, high five again, shout when the rounds were coming against the crowd, right? But then when Boom got around, they
Feels
were
like John
really
Olsen
settled.
hasn't turned
right
out
now, though,
PC
on the
yet,
back
yeah, bro.
of the little timeout, thank you for being
And
patient
they had the
with us,
most
and
time, I think,
maybe we
after
do get another one
qualifying
to come
alongside
on the back of
SPG.
this round if Boom do close it here, but Full Sense. They got the right utility at the right spot. They've pushed into B main as well, so they're kind of what's necessary, but Famous is already in, right?
They've already managed to slip the wickets for Sushi Boys in the power position. Pushing it back, and you can hear the silence. Boom do not want this to be occurring at all.
Immediately, Fox has just booked it through B as well to get a bit of a power
Comeback is
position
real,
in
bolte kya,
through
Kappa?
towards tiles, and stalling utility will push Boom back. He doesn't need to overextend. He just needs to sit here. He just needs to be an info position.
It's a powerful change of pace though, right? If he gets taken down, and this is where that rotation comes back from PTC, but John Olsen, he's taken down 𝘼𝐽 in the process. It's just a 2v5 here, and they're looking to slip up short. Spotted out, and tiles will be denied. There we go. Looks like it's going to be all okay here for Fox. 𝘼𝐻𝑒𝑥, pretty sharp on the shot. We'll be able to hit one, but then traded out immediately by Leviathan.
क्या लगता है गोलू?
But I don't even think we can talk about the economic game anymore.
मैं देखा नहीं, मैं अभी
because they're
just
just
आया
so
देखने.
far ahead.
नहीं
Still
मतलब
will need to
series
though when it comes to Full Sense, right? They still just
Series.
have to make sure
तेरा
they're
भूमि
playing
जीतेगा.
fast, free at least.
वही
Juggling
बोला
guns if they
दिमाग
need
बोल
to
रहा है
get all
boom
these
3-1
abilities up.
दिल बोलता है कि
This is where a little bit of strength will be a boon to
3-2.
them though with their
3-1.
ultimates that will come online.
3-2.
But again, I just like the adjustments that Full Sense are doing on this defensive side and the small sample
फिर ऐसा
set
बोलता
we
ना
have in
दिल
this
और
map
दिमाग दोनों
already.
ही बोल
It's
रहे हैं.
something that we were seeing on Boom. They were always changing on the defensive side, being unpredictable. I love that when it comes to these mirror compositions for the map that's been in the pool for the longest, that you are still just seeing teams get the right timing, get the right positioning. Speaking of, he's got the space though.
Great scan. You're exactly right. Doesn't have to call the
Boom,
audible.
boom, boom,
Now
boom.
Zeh spots him out. So that's the information gathered and pushing them away.
Now up through mid, alarm bot with Fox to potentially try and get some spray to come in through the spawn, but it puts a bit of more priority onto the players on the site now.
Great sharp
Oh,
shot
bhai,
from
bhai,
Fox,
bhai ne maar
holding
diya,
from
bhai,
defender
tu.
side at spawn, and now as that owl drone goes out, 𝘼𝐽 maybe caught between a rock and a hard place here. Sushi Boy's trying to gather the information. This time does have Leviathan to join him. It will be a 2 versus 3 on this side unless Fox gets the catch here. He's already in for 2, but that dark cover will continue to hold him back.
All dark.
बस Fox.
From both sides.
बस आराम.
Might gather information all the way, and now that owl drone can come on in, so the door has been closed. It simmers for a second. You know, every good thing comes with time here, Komodo. 𝘼𝐻𝑒𝑥 looking to try and poise himself.
इसको spam
Set up
क्यों नहीं
for
किया भाई
success here. That's a
backside से
great time of the
हाँ
narrow
ना?
swarm. And another dark cover.
lane का
𝘼𝐻𝑒𝑥
cover
again
दे
has
रहा था
had
शायद.
so much impact with this utility set. 𝘼𝐻𝑒𝑥.
यहाँ पर गलत बंदा आगे जा रहा है ना वही बोल रहा हूँ उसी को आगे जाने से अच्छा ये spam कर देता
They are some of the veterans here, Komodo. They've been on this big stage at the tier 1 level as well.
थोड़े round में
Maybe
निकालेंगे
that
तो
experience can carry them
confidence
forward.
वापस
Oh,
आएगा
they've definitely got the hunger to bring it back, right? They are the ones what feels like dragging the team through the mud a little bit.
Sushi
in the
buys are
open map
Foxy.
of the best of 5. They've got time to still settle things with the squad to see what's going to be working. But for right now, in the right positioning, I highlight it, right? The alarm bot, an immediate thing from Fox.
Something special, even if they lose this one. A bit of momentum can carry
12-12 हो
the
गया
next
तो
one,
मजा
right?
आ
A
जाएगा
couple of rounds at
That's
the
all
end
they
of it.
need.
A couple of rounds to just say, all right, we're getting something. We're realizing how to adapt to what Boom are throwing at us.
And they've gone forward again. 0 point will force them away.
Same idea from Full Sense.
I'll
With
start
the
it
Killjoy
in
utility
the
over
next
towards the
one
B
myself.
site and mid for a little bit of early information.
पर इन लोग
But
ऐसे
also retaining the
दो ult
operator,
तो है
Sushi Boys for the spare
अभी
with the Odin.
KO के भी दो ult
Retake
आ गए
is needed.
देख ये राउंड जीते और फिर अल्ट बैटल में अगर फुल सेंस जीता 12-8
here for Full Sense to continue.
फिर ऐसा कमबैक रियलिस्टिक लगता है ना
It is
चार
against the
राउंड
pistols for Boom, right?
Single mistake is all it takes as well
That
for
is true.
Boom to close this one, right? And I think, you know, this could be a thing with where they potentially start to get into their head a little bit.
Deep turret in through B main as well, but when it goes down, that'll be the timing for potentially PDC to find the space, but there's nothing to suggest that there isn't a trap laying around it at the moment from Boom. Start to again pivot
क्या करने का
towards
try
the
कर
safe
रहा है
side,
Boom?
waiting for the utility.
क्या
then
free
clear
kill
through
ढूंढ
trap.
रहा था Fox
Be
rotation
so
पे किधर
careful
को
here.
फिर अभी
They're
short
set up for
split
success right now, Full Sense.
भाई
It's
लेवाइचन
going
भाई
to be a
क्यों
challenge
स्मोक
for
के
them. Gets one. Fox able to respond nicely.
नसीब
But it's okay when Fox is there.
हाँ
He's going to be able
nice
to push
Fox
it back. John Olsen straight
भाई
back
जॉन
on towards
ऑल्सन
the
भाई
line,
से
but
नहीं
he's
हो रहा है
denied for just a
भाई
split second. And now he's looking back forward. I mean, there's still an opportunity for them to do this with Full Sense to set up again.
There's the lockdown by so much crucial time whilst the plant starts to go down, and I love this from Sushi Boys as well. The lineups towards Wine.
A lot of investment here, but they're just not looking to make any of those mistakes. They don't want to fail at all. They want to ensure that they 100% absolutely every single one of these rounds. And on the deep views of Sushi Boys, PTC to close. And that is another step forward. It's a mountain that they have to overcome. But all you can do is start.
An interesting one from Zespi at the end there. He used the ult to get out of the lockdown.
Big comeback.
He only has the sheriff, so
अभी एक ही round चाहिए भाई कुछ भी हो सकता
it
है.
wasn't likely that he was going to be able to pick up the round at the end there. Probably not. Could he use it in the round a little bit later?
John अपने
Probably,
easy
but right
shots
now,
connect करना
that's
चालू
not
कर
what
दे
matters
फिर
for
हो
them.
वही
They've
भाई
got rounds
सीधा
to be
सामने
presented.
सामने वाले नहीं मार रहा है भाई
Time out
लौंडे वो
here to have a bit of a chit chat because they have found that point, right? They will start to realize what Full Sense were doing in these last 4 rounds that was working for them. What Boom needs to adjust. They've tried fast, they've tried slow, but on the fast ones, there's been a bit more of a stacking.
कहीं ऐसा तो नहीं कि कच्चा लींबू टीम को farm कर करके
It might just come back to what Meow can figure out.
क्या
how
Full
to
Sense?
get back into practice.
नहीं लगा पाया
There's a difference between technical coaching, mental coaching, and this is where we need to
Full
ensure that
Sense
the mental
थाईलैंड में
doesn't
कच्चा
live up to
टीम
the
वाले
main
नहीं है
state. They have to keep their temper. They have to
मारामारी
make sure
करने वाले
they
हैं उधर
are
सब.
cool, calm, and collected. Poise.
तो बहुत
is going to be
uncomfortable
the
seats
key
है नहीं
here for Boom. You know, you start to think about that
हाँ
scoreline
स्टेडियम सीट्स
difference,
ऐसी होती है
and
ना
when you've got that continued streak behind you, that tailwind
हेलो कुणाल
that Full Sense take into the map. They've got one more pause as well. Boom have now expired both.
Yeah, but if we get into overtime, I mean, who does the momentum start to favor? Who does the swing pivot on towards? Is it going to be Full Sense that this defensive side that I was praising before against JFT, for example, different?
फिर भी अभी तक वो कल वाला आवाज नहीं आ रहा है अभी तक.
The fact that they're still able to just bounce back when they are.
Starting में जीत रहे थे तो एक दो round आया.
You lost the pistol, you lost the secondary rounds. You know, things are starting to
वो एक round एक
मेरे मन में एक चीज आई थी पर मैं बोल नहीं
nice
सकता
and easily.
थोड़ा close होगा तभी होगा शायद वो.
Has gone
क्या रे
pretty
मन में आया
quiet is
तेरे?
all I'll say.
अभी नहीं बोल
The
सकता
closer we've gotten to some of
Comment
these
वाला है क्या?
rounds, the
हाँ
closer the scoreline gets.
Yeah.
मेरे को ऐसा लग रहा है जैसा इंग्लैंड और इंडिया का हिसाब सा वैसे जापान और इंडोनेशिया का था क्या
The changes actually
मैं
are.
कंफर्म नहीं हूँ
Pretty much the same actually, right?
Yeah,
So
कुछ
you
नहीं
got
कुछ
it
नहीं
through mid and B,
उससे ज़्यादा
a
भी
little
कुछ
bit
नहीं
of
बोलना
toing and froing with how they want to position PDC and how they want to maneuver Fox to set him up for a
हो
Fury
सकता है.
if there is a very fast play to come through from Boom when they do recalibrate around the map.
Drone timing नहीं.
Don Olsen in position once more.
अरे तू भी
He's
smoke
getting
कर भाई इधर
absolutely
को जाने मत दे.
denied by Famous.
One of the problem factors right now is going to be for Boom. If they leave it to 20 seconds-ish on the clock, the Hunter's
अरे
Fury
वो
could
right वाला
absolutely rip them
smoke
up.
करना यार.
And PDC on the retake with that null command as well could be something. But with this lean now
क्या
towards the
flash
A
आएगा
side,
इसका
they'll
dodge.
set themselves up to go in for the
कुछ shot
full
नहीं मिलेगा.
layering execution. Something that you know you practice.
Blind पे भी
in
मार दे
these
भाई.
Scenarios.
He's going to have to sort of reposition for this line now. And he's actually managed to get in here, Famous. He's crossed the line, and Shiro does find one. There's a slasher as well! This might have just been the energy that Boom needs. The timeout was used to perfection, and now they're keeping an eye on it all. Sushi Boys at least puts one foot forward, but there's going to be many more that need to follow it. Entering back in, I don't think they're going to slow down here, Komodo. They're going to try and put this time pressure on, but there's so many angles that they need to clear. That lockdown will be forced in, but PGC makes it another. And now walking on in, it will be Shiro to deny, but Sushi Boy's down into the side. There's too many lines for him to look at. And Shiro is just the hero that they need. That timeout was perfect. And I can only imagine the words from Meow. Hey guys, just go kill and get it done. Do not be pushed back.
And we know from Zest as well, starting it up with the boys, elevated in the server itself. It might not reflect for him in the kill department right now. It has previously throughout this tournament. But they have to be elated that they've got the first map over the line. The first map of this best of 5 from your opponent's pick as well.
Man, one part of the puzzle already being put together here by Boom. They know how it all goes together, but it's a best of 5, right? So many things can happen. There's so much versatility.
At least 6-7 round nikale in
this current meta and everything that's being worked on through. It just leans into many of these players' strengths, right? But they know each other. They know the internals.
Yeah, situation where this is a BO3, right? You'd be seeing for Full Sense 1 map away from being eliminated right now. Your hopes and dreams for the boys to get back into Tier 1, for someone like the Leviathan to be the new kid on the block, to get somewhere in his career extremely early on. This is the best of 5. They're not in that whatsoever just yet. It's now to switch, take the positives from this map. What did we do well? What are the tendencies that we can see that Boom are coming out with as well? Maybe isolate and really focus.
प्रेशर ले लिया शायद, क्या पता.
आजा कपा TDM बोलते.
TDM.
Yes. TDM या TDM.
जॉनी भाई को डिकैफ ने असली कॉफी दो भाई.
Boom, boom, boom.
साला बूम 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 सुन के बोल के मेरे दिमाग में वही देवांग पटेल का गाना आ रहा है यार.
किसका गाना आ रहा है? देवांग पटेल
नहीं, क्या था वो पटेल स्कूप में क्या नाम था यार उसका?
नाइट मार्केट भाई बहुत टट्टी आएगा पा.
नाइट मार्केट में मुझे कुछ तो एक आया प्राइम फैंटम.
कुछ अच्छा ही नहीं है खरीदने लायक. रिकॉन गार्डियन ले सकते पर उतने पैसे नहीं है. आजा. गेम लॉन्च नहीं हुआ क्या तेरा?
Shiro.
Dun, 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 dun.
नियॉन खेलना और नियॉन
बोल दिया तो बस. आईसो लेने वाला था मैं, तू बोल दिया तो नहीं.
सो
क्या मारो एम लैब खेलने का.
वो तो एक्चुअल सॉन्ग है ना अनुराग, उसका पैरोडी सॉन्ग्स बने थे ना भाई इंडिया में। जॉनसन याद करता हूँ।
यार ये क्या प्रॉब्लम है भाई इन लोग को, लास्ट सेकंड तक लॉकिंग। ये मुंबई सर्वर में ही होता है पता है। टीम डेथमैच सर्च करके भी डॉज कौन करता है, वो भी बोलेंगे अरे ये मैप नहीं खेलना है मेरे को, टीम डेथमैच में अलग मैप खेलेंगे हम। अब चेस खेलना छोड़ दिया क्या भाविन भाई? चेस भाई देखो, चेस खेलने का तो फिर अच्छे से खेलने का सीख के।
Enough training. It's time.
कप्पा पिक करना भाई, तू ही बाकी है, बाकी सामने वाले पांचों ने कर दिया। अभी कप्पा वो हरकत कर रहा है गाइस।
Focus. Target down. Fall.
क्या हो रही है
मुंबई?
मुंबई है
भाई अपने देश में मेरा
100 पिंग आ रहा है भाई मेरे को।
Not ready yet. Destabilizing.
Reloading. Bomb buddy.
Got 3.
Reload.
नहीं
New stage in 10. Stage 2.
Not enough. Breaking them.
अरे
भाई मेरा गोली सीधे जा रहा, दिख ही नहीं रहा।
Satchel out.
It's you and me. Destabilizing. My ult is ready. Not ready yet.
Satchel out.
You're finished. Enemy down.
Until stage change. Stage 3.
Show me a target. No distraction. And that's the end.
Bomb buddy out.
Breaking them.
The hunt begins.
कितने मारे इनर हो भाई जब मारूंगा तब नहीं दिखते हो ना तुम लोग जब मारूंगा तब आ जाते
Ult is ready.
अरे गिर गया यार डबल टैप आया तो फिर इट्स यू एंड
Reloading.
Show me a target. No distractions. Well fought.
Cutting their vision.
भाई पप्पा मेरे को तो लग रहा है बाकी कोई मार ही नहीं रहा
Rampage. Ultimate orb spawning. Get out of my way.
करने के लिए
Not ready yet. Stop the fire.
अरे भाई तेरे पीछे है भाई जेट नहीं नहीं हाँ कसम आइसो भाई फाइट ले ले भाई डेथ मैच है
The hunt begins.
भाई कप्पा निकालने का चल चल
Three souls.
Destabilizing. Headshot.
Joke's over. You're dead. My ult's ready.
अरे उसने पहले मार दिया रे बाबा सामने वाला आइसो देख नूब्स भाई कैम कर रहा है पे भाई कौन लोग आए भाई ये बाबा तुंगे ब्लेड आर्क
Just as FP2, so you can still isolate Heaven from the play.
Fox's position so tough as well. Now Sushi Boy's looking to drop it on in, and that's a great shot back. 𝘼𝐽𝐿 though gets one for his troubles, and now he's back up in towards Heaven here. It's going to be very dicey. 20 points of HP. He would be on for the 4K. 1 versus 3 clutch. Oh, not quite. And that is a massive round, a moment of importance there for John Olsen. Not only does he take down Famous in the start there, but he gets a point on the board. Yeah, lots of trades to come on through as well when you think that Boom might be able to get on in. Just navigating around the site as well, being a thorn in the sides of Boom when the pistol round is now finally secured for Full Sense. What did we miss over on the previous map from Full Sense? It was early start, it was pistol plays, it was getting a sense of momentum and a feeling that they actually do have a foot in front of the other in the server. So on the board, nice and early, set yourselves up for, you know, hopefully defensive strength. Just about, again, making sure that the practice you put into play continues, right? It happens live in the server, you get that momentum. Not too much really to see and expect from Boom in a situation like this though, right? Just all onto the classics. Full heads up play going in towards the next round, maximizing NC Slasher on Yoru. Get that ultimate nice and early. And one of the powerful things about a Yoru on this map as well, when you can get in towards the side, is you've got Famous on the Clove that will actually shift in towards more of that duelist. The prime opportunity for John Olsen with the Outlaw as well to get a bit of, you know, confidence behind him. But look at this position from Leviathan. It's so close! As the gate crash goes out, it unfortunately doesn't quite connect there, and now the Outlaw, he's been pinged though, but he's confident to just keep on looking, and why wouldn't you be, right? You can take that fight, you can take that shot. And now the ruse goes in, Famous spotted out by Fox, that this is going to go up, and is it going to catch? Because John Olsen, he's in! But Zespi does get the response back.
John Olsen confidently तो खेल रहा है, पर 𝘼𝐼𝐍𝐊𝐒 भाई को जाने की जरूरत नहीं था आगे.
These classics for sure. The spike is still being held by Berserks. A bit of information that you've got rotations now for all three members of Full Sense.
Smart to fall away. That's the big key here, right? You know, they didn't want to continue forward. Fox was very far into that sort of play, but now they're grouping up together. Now they're lining up in position. But Berserks, his position, it's been overlooked here. Zespi actually managing to get one back. This is where they've managed to kind of isolate and control back. Spectre gets it done, but Zess, he has been the impact man. All eyes on him, a showman. Only a sheriff though.
कोई खाया क्या और?
Aftershock, is it enough timing? Yes!
तेरा time क्या चल रहा है भाविन?
हो गया गप्पा round हो गया.
Brilliant.
मर के जीते Full Sense.
All that damage done by Zespi. That can be harvested now and carried into the next round.
Absolutely. I mean, I said it in the beginning of the round. It's full classics to come through from Boom, and they've managed to just bring it down to PDC alive with the shot.
I think Boom
3-0 now for John Olsen.
Micro mistakes. Pistols facing, it's not a good look for Full Sense.
पहला गेम देख के तो लग रहा था.
At least PDC did have the
अभी भाई ये round जैसे जीते हैं ना तो.
अरे कल भी रिलोड के सामने भी वो लोग भाई crowd support के वजह से जीत गए भाई. कितना crowd insane चिल्ला रहा था ये लोग के लिए.
In that situation, we wonder about the communications, right? It's so key to have clear comms in moments like this.
2 spike plants for Boom as well. So far successive of breaking and entering, but not able to actually get out with the goods. First gun round though.
भाई ने पर ये क्यों नहीं किया?
See what they're going to be able to navigate with here.
Plant छोड़ के वापस
still
क्यों
not
नहीं किया?
able to get that dimensional drift online just yet either. But Zespi on from the shadows.
First spell से मर गया ना, मैं बोला plant छोड़ के क्यों नहीं किया
वापस? Full Sense over at A. Complete control of A main. Walking, seeing that no one's there. You can start to pivot and shift the team over towards B. You can give an idea to Sushi Boys that you need to be ready here.
Yeah, like so much information off the back of that cam right now. Sushi Boys, he does actually have another trapwire. But inside the cyber cage, they're pushing all the way around and in spawn. He doesn't get done by the fake out. Leviathan finds one. Sushi Boys another. Zess, good for the trade, but still, it's an awkward one right now. Timing as the plant goes in.
Famous lurks mid as well, and he got no damage there, so it's just these smokes from beyond the grave.
Powerful position, but when it's taken away from you, it can be so scary, right? 4 versus 3 advantage, obviously, from positioning and weaponry with Boom. But now as that Dizzy goes in, they do have to give away their hand, narrowly missing it. Paranoia does actually catch 𝘼𝐺𝐺 as he moves over towards danger, but it's Zespi poised, up close and personal. There's another, looking for a third, but denied and punished. But Berserks, the frenzy, will make it work for now. Looking for the weaponry here. Will it be the catch? It absolutely will. There was a moment in time where potentially Full Sense could have dragged that through in the bonus, but the damage dealt in the previous round
Foxes को पहले ही मार देना चाहिए
था. Yeah, a little bit of more favored timing as well, and they could have taken out Zespi from that side of the site. Fox, you know, he got the idea that the head is there available, but wasn't able to get the right line, and his teammate unfortunately losing his life.
देखा सब flashes साथ में भी नहीं थे.
For Boom at the tail end of that one.
Gecko, Omen और ये साथ में डालते ना. Breach
comes out by the team there, right? I think there was even sort of playing field in both of it. You know, it was the last ditch effort that really dragged Boom back into the round. So I don't think Full Sense lost too much, but a good response again from Boom as well as the pace gets picked up towards mid.
If they can find that opening kick and use Sushi Boy's noodle theft to be able to figure out ahead of time where Boom are going, they can get some better rotations in as well. Because so far, Famous, in that lurk, again, not too many rounds to be able to emphasize here, but caught out without anything. It was how he was getting a lot of this pressure found in the previous time that played it. Now over towards the B side, it is pretty much everyone here for Boom.
That's a great catch too, but it's going to be the ping of information as John Olsen. He
Nice.
open up as well. Oh my God! The cross away too, the fade away, the dunk on the third.
भाई ये Fox भाई को क्यों कीड़ा है भाई
He's able to find Fox here. That's the rotate court.
अभी तो ult भी है.
Neural theft in as well to get all of the information, and now it's a race to get to this A site first. Berserks, will he be able to dispatch?
मरना नहीं है भाई.
Now that he'll be backed up by PDC too, but the
cage.
counter, it's in.
The cyber cage missing there is so painful to see for Berserks. Can't quite catch it because now the rest of the team is confused. They don't know where to go, Famous and NC Slasher.
Yeah, well, Sushi Boys threw out the hat as well to get the information. So now
में भाई.
bringing it back right now. Famous and NC Slasher from a 2 versus 4. Now it's all onto Leviathan.
Can he get in? Punished as well, denied. I think he actually meant to try and get into the tower there,
Yeah.
but he couldn't quite. Now he has to go all the way around.
It's just the timing from NC Slasher. Right space, right time to deny from the shadows to get the player. But the gate crash, actually, I don't think... Oh, it's so close. You've got to get out of here. And now he's ulting numbers game, Mitch.
He can just be in menace here. He doesn't need to do anything. He can just keep interest, keep focus. He's actually going to choose to hold his position as well. Leviathan is now so scared, so hesitant. And it's going to be Famous to wrap around.
क्या 2v4.
What the hell was that? Beautiful duo. That was a 2v4, Komodo.
2v4 in through mid. NC Slasher on the Yoru, picking up the duelist duties when Famous cannot take in the duel. Playing together, they were revealed, position known. They had to walk up that flight of stairs, they had to find the kills, and then the rotation for the plant as well. I mean, that is absolutely gorgeous. John Olsen and Sushi Boys caught in transition, and then all that Yoru is trying to do at the end there is buy time for Famous to come on in. The comms were extravagant then for Boom.
Absolutely, I'm on him. You don't need to do anything else there, right? You can just literally troll your way through.
An immediate pace change though, for Full Sense. We saw them go up A, now a lot through mid to try and take the space. Fox again, first dead so many times for Full Sense.
Yeah, he tries to get that Dizzy out, but again it's destroyed, and now John Olsen has the blades, but he's on an island alone and isolated. They are going to hold the pace though, Boom. They don't want to overstay their welcome.
It can start to settle it down right now as well because they know the possibility of someone else being in this window.
The guarantee at this point, the way they're looking at it.
Absolutely. Oh. The rotations to come through from Boom. An opportunity actually for John Olsen if they do overlook him, but by the timing again, they all pass each other.
So nervous. Like he's managed to find his control, he's managed to peek back in towards mid, but again, have they overlooked this? Yeah, they have. Oh, John! Okay, he manages to keep it cool, and it's not quite the third. He can fall away now. He doesn't need to overstep here because look at Berserk trying to be the linchpin. Gets the info.
Nice, John bhai! John bhai!
Stop being late. We need you at the party. We need you to show up. And 4 is big. 5 will be bigger. NC Slasher now outlaw. Damage dealt, Komodo.
भाई
That's
दो
the
को तो
thing.
मार
You can
सकता है
never
एक एक
count
बुलेट
him
में.
out.
Hey, let's go.
But that is the
Dun,
ace
dun,
that the
dun.
man needed. The momentum. He can be awakened now as he comes out of his slumber. John Olsen.
And you can hear the crowd as well. They've been cut to size by those blades. Not just in the server for Boom. John Olsen.
John Buddy Olsen.
Where have you been in the past few days of this tournament? Not adopting too much, not adapting with the team, but now that has to be the thing. I mean, surely that has to be the one moment they needed on this stage to get back into a comfort zone.
अभी भी सनाना करके ही उसने मारे हैं, पर ठीक है. At least confidence आता है ना.
For Full Sense, of course, for Boom. A little bit backed up with these Guardians. A Hunter's Fury in for Shiro as well as they start to execute to A.
Gonna go quick. Really need to make some impact here. Boom. Gate crash comes out. Now they're going to look forward. Sushi Boy still alive, but Famous actually managing to get the catch here. PTC now very in an awkward position. He actually needs to hightail it out of there. Going to have to wait for the retake here.
Yeah, absolutely, and that will set up Shiro as well to escape from the site, to use this Hunter's Fury. Famous can go for a brawl if he wants because he's got his own ult too.
All managed to fall away here, but there's some information gathered. Now looking to try and execute this round fully. They're keeping Famous in position. He does have the not dead yet as well, Komodo, that he can make it work, but he's blinded completely inside the ruse, but it's certainly elaborate. And now PTC and Sushi Boys trying to make it happen. PTC gets one for his money.
Fox भाई ने फ्लैश वाले बंदे पे हगा है उधर
बैठ के. Just focus and set their sights on the bridge, and it has been crumbling beneath them now. They fall to their death, and Abyss continues to bring the thunder.
Planning on the bridge is always a risky position to go for it when you're on the attacker's side, but when it gets down and you're not playing something like a Sage on the other side to block it with the wall, you've not got the numbers effect. It is so hard to get a retake going on in that position.
That blind.
अभी ये राउंड फुल सेंस को निकालना पड़ेगा.
Couldn't do anything. Immaculate timing to find it, right?
Both of them are blind, but now we've got a contest immediately at the A side. But again, another gorgeous flash to come through to put them off the line.
Well, they're really just trying to sort of do the thing now. In the way of John Olsen, you bite off the head of the snake and the body will die.
Maximizing once more this dimensional drift for NC Slasher. It's such a powerful ultimate on a map like Abyss. Not a lot of teams still leaning in towards a composition with it. We see teams still opting for the Jet plus the Reyna, for example. It was something that Full Sense have tried. They change it over and they bring a Yoro, but you're running a Viper, for example, instead. Boom are playing a comp that works for them in a time right now that they reset, wait for these smokes to come back online, bait out what utility they can from Full Sense as they spread across the map in a more default position.
They just need to keep John Olsen interested right now, right?
Oh, but look at this for Sushi Boys. He's waiting for his timing to just jump over from danger, but now John Olsen is gone at the back of A.
I talk about it, right? And now Leviathan has to pick up the operator. Such an impactful weapon, right? There's not much else around them.
Timing on the other side of the map for Sushi Boys, but how long does he wait? Because with 30 seconds to go, Fox only with this Sheriff. He's not going to be able to use the Thrash in this position. He can throw a spanner in the works, though, with this op for Leviathan.
He's managed to at least hold on to it right now, but the timing of the Hunter's Fury! NC Slasher! Man, again, can open up a butcher shop the way he's fighting it, because no one else even wants a piece of the pie to get back into this. They're just going to save.
And the fact that Full Sense didn't have any initiative to go for some information to figure out what Boom are doing around the map. They have no real information deep B. They got nothing outside of A. That was very passive and stalled from them to not get any info, and now they pay the price.
Sanguine moment from NC Slasher. And again, just how quickly, you know, hopping the Hunter's Fury, just making them turn away for a split second, right? That's all they needed for NC Slasher to open up the round.
Shining light for Full Sense on the back of this round is that they still
Boom
have
has the
enough
money
credits
to
in the
buy
back
the
pocket
entire
to go
half.
for another buy. It wasn't a full heavy investment for them. But I'm not really seeing any learning scenarios from them too far on this defensive side. I'm not seeing any
supporting at the start of
around this
Ascension.
map to do something, and I want to see the change. You've got Fox on this Thrash. You could definitely use it to get something
oh my god,
in
man.
these rounds as
I
well,
mean, to
because
win
of
it.
the
Whom do you
grouping
think
that
will
we've
win it?
seen over on the side of Boom.
The preset guys and Full Sense.
But if you get a little bit of information
One of them.
on the back of that with a good flash or a good stun to come through from PDC to get him back.
But now Boom is doing so much better, man. I think it's the crowd buff. I mean, their home place, right? It's easy.
You're right.
Push down B main.
I think yesterday's game has really
shocked them.
That's such an important shot to hit.
And immediately straight in towards the other side of the
That's
map.
the thing, man. In these like tournament runs, like when it goes deeper, like these things happen.
Mental at that time.
Yeah.
From Shiro, one little thing.
Yeah, I'm in Bangalore, bro.
At least the Thrash is there for Fox. Able to use it this time. They can hold this 4v5. They can hold the retake, rather.
Two ults to be able to use. Heading to the site for the retake, but now Leviathan's gone. The Thrash is in.
Like the teams
he can just hold the
only flew out like 3 days before the tournament started, right?
The tag up, but they're all
like all the teams that went here.
Coming on out, the rolling
I think that's, in a way, it's a big advantage for Boom, to be honest.
The answer is everybody, and that was immaculate retake from Full Sense. They hold their utility, they hold their control, and they toss it all
It was
in
gonna be Japan,
to make
right?
sure
And
that they
then
can
they
recover
changed
with
it
some
to
success, and the scoreline is tied. tide. Very briefly, I was talking about how one-sided each of these pacings were, right? But they managed
That's
to
the thing.
bring
If
it
we
back
went to
into a
Japan, I
closer
think
battle now.
the other teams will
For them,
suffer,
which is
man.
one of the benefits of
Except
going
like
for
Korea
the
and
other side of the
Japan, I
map. If you completely rotate, it's that you do have a lot of deployments to go in for a retake. When you've got those two ultimates and you layer them to go in towards the site, backed up by the stuns and the flashes as well to come through from full sense, that's where you get a really good retake.
Man, I'm
coming
still
on
jet lagged.
forwards. And now, what did I mention?
I couldn't
to
sleep
you
last
just
night.
before, Mitch? Boom, love to play
What time did you get
together
to bed?
in towards these scenarios.
3
They've
a.m.
got to stack everyone at the same
Yeah,
spot. And
I woke up
unfortunately
like
for
11.
Sushi Boys, well, he's the only one here.
I finally
on the
set up
side
last
side.
night, so
Blake
like
comes
I
big.
just played some
They're
ranks.
going to look to jump over danger as well. He's on the cam, but he might actually miss the timing. The one way, but John Olsen, he's found the timing again. He can just keep them interested for long enough there, Komodo. There's two. And now that's at least turned their heads. Boom.
John
Have to
Olsen is
keep
still
the
not
focus around the
shooting
rest of this
crisp, but
side.
at least
They've
he's
managed to
playing
take down
very
one of Sushi
confident.
Boys. That's the control gathered. Now
Yeah.
they can simmer down for the retake. And look at Zess's position. He's up close, but they've heard it this time. PTC manages to dodge the flash. Now the paranoia goes through. He can again keep them interested because John Olsen is fighting on that side, fighting for his second ace in this game. And now as it simmers, they're pushing again. It's Zespi's positioning that is going to be the linchpin to turn this round on its head. And we know how good Famous was yesterday. He had so much impact on this close, but now it's all about this timing again. They have to get onto this defuse, but Fox takes it. So eyes on Zespi, eyes on this Omen, the nightmare fuel that can be brought on through. One more if found,
Nice.
but denied again.
Let's go.
PTC
Full Sense
will
coming back
confirm
into
it.
it.
And now, finally, Full Sense, we see them take the lead.
After Zest was seen at the top of the heavens as well, he gets the one frag and immediately full sense. Don't really want to activate
Tier 1
anymore
and
around
Tier
him because the
2
flank
teams
from
में
Fox is
difference
starting
दिख
to
रहा है,
come on
हाँ.
through. Famous sees the Mosh go in, sees
Like
the
some of
Dizzy
the
go through,
Ascension
knows that
teams
it's
are
coming
good,
from the
right?
flank
But
there,
there are
but
some
can't
that
quite navigate
most
the
of them you
frag.
can see
For
like
the
a clear
second
difference.
time now, Mitch, the waltz down towards mid has provided John Olsen the right ingredients to absolutely
क्या लगता है
boom
रश
up
तेरे को?
unexpectedly.
17 to 6 for John Olsen
Bro,
right
it's
now,
like
but it can't be all on him. They
it's the
need
same what you
activation
said,
from
man.
everyone
Like
else
it's
too.
some
Let's see if they can
like
do it
tier
again,
2
because
teams
once
are actually
more up
really good,
towards
man.
mid, but some
Like these some
actual
preset guys, like
solidified now.
for me, like I never knew about like the names, you know, it's like it's kind of weird. Like you know, it's like Margaret or whatever.
Yeah,
like, it's like it feels like it's just so random, and then you see these guys play every like when we practice them every time, it's like they're actually really good. You know, they actually know what they're doing.
All timing now
But it's
from
like
John as
then
well.
you,
He gets one
but then it's
more
like a different
look
story,
in
man,
there.
when you
What's
play
going
tier 1
on
sometimes,
But he
Yeah.
gets away. But that's a big impact from Berserks at the exact same time. He's been punished. He's been taken down now.
Huge flank from Berserks.
Absolutely.
So for me,
He's in
like
position,
these
has
full
all of his
sense,
control. As I said, he
like
just needs to
Boom,
keep them
some
entertained,
Freezer,
keep them focused. As
even
Leviathan
like
pushes
some
forward.
people that lost
Inside the
already,
link, he turns at the wrong time.
like
and they've
Riddle
done
maybe,
this to
like
perfection,
they're just
time
as
and time
good
again.
as some
Sushi Boys can get the
tier
positioning
1
in,
team
but
franchises.
Zespi is right on that
And
line.
that's the thing, right?
And
Like
this is
every
what Boom
like
have
they
done
are
so much better.
really good in
They're all
practice. Some of them are really
collectively
good
together.
in the
An
tournament as well.
adjustment
But when
from them,
the
though,
stage
is more importantly
changes,
what has gotten the better of
Yeah,
them a
it's
couple
not the
times in this
same.
map. It's
Like,
mid-information.
for
right?
example,
You're
like
running
Bleed, right?
not
Everyone
just
thought they were
one
gonna be
information
insane.
gathering ability player in the server.
Yeah.
You've got a
I'm not saying
Cypher
they're bad,
who can use
but
the cam. They can
the
use
stage
the
change,
trips
like
as these
everyone
key
adjusts
pieces
to
of
what you're
information
doing.
to get the
When
early
you're playing
plays
in
known.
tier 2,
So the
no one
fact
is
that they
looking
adjust
to
that
counter you or
ever so
defeat you.
slightly, they've got the
way.
heads-up play for that to
And
come in
also
early.
it's not
It's
in your
crazy
head
how
at that
Berserk's
point.
keeping the target on their back can keep them so interested
But like
and hesitant on that side.
everyone needs to remember, like
Absolutely, and again, I
that
mean,
all the
we've seen
tier 1
immediate
teams,
adjustments on
they're
the
living
flip
in
side too,
Korea,
in a
man.
sense, right?
Like
When they were
some of
losing
these
into
teams are
those
not even from
main
Korea,
battles,
you know.
they
It's
relieved
another
themselves from going for
situation.
these
It's
extremities.
like
They
they have to
go
get
for
used
mid,
to
so now that
the
they've been looking
lifestyle
at
and all these things.
completely
It
get
all
out
plays
there,
a
they go
part.
back towards getting a little bit of the same main control, setting up the side
Whereas the
control,
tier
a
2
bit more
teams, they just
passive
play from home,
wheels
right?
Yeah.
Rent's expensive, guys, and you've given it all
It's
to
like,
them
bro, they
for
just
free.
drink Coke and play. It's like,
has the
it's easy, bro.
Oh.
Drink Coke and
What a crap
Yeah.
landlord. Famous getting that opening opportunity here.
But a push in through A main, again keeping checked by
Jonathan
Berserk.
slept.
Olsen with the blade, position known,
Oh.
and will find the frag, but at what cost?
Does get the catch, only narrowly. Still yet to be on towards the side here. Now Zespi can get into position. He would have heard this, Sushi Boys.
Berserk still another postcode at the moment as the spike looks to be established on the site.
They're going to push onto him, and that's Zespi again. Omen duelist apparently, but John Olsen has got the trade. But does he want to wait for the rest of his team, or does he want to try and get this catch? He does, but he narrowly misses. Fox has found the positioning though, and now that
Like you said, man, he's whiffing so much.
Yeah,
it's like-
but he's still getting the kill somehow.
Yeah, I think the other people are whiffing more, maybe. That's
Yeah.
The man with the knife in hand, the sword, the blade. But the Leviathan will
Say he's not sharp at all, but he's getting it done somehow.
and deny the retake and the offense. One more round left in this half as Full Sense grabs 6-5.
Super close here on Abyss for our second map. Finally, we're seeing resilience and retaliation to come through from Full Sense, but one player surviving in the end. Utility to be pulled out from 𝐶/𝘍𝐿𝐿. Wanted to gate crash out. Could have dimensional drifted in the 1-on-1. But I've got to say, John Olsen has dug deep again on this defensive side. He's coming out with crucial frags time and time again.
I think I cursed
he had no HP
Revenant
on the back of that first duel, Mitch, and he got an extra 2.
And the paranoia from Leviathan came at the perfect time to keep him engaged, right?
Yeah. Once more, these plants though for Boom. The retakes coming through for Full Sense. It's the only way they've been getting a lot of these rounds, right? 1 on the kills. This is hugely quicker
That's
though.
actually massive
over
because
in
the
main.
dimensional drift, it's been mistimed. He's
क्या
been able to
कर
get
दिया
in, but
इन्होंने?
they've managed to trade it
वो?
out.
हाँ?
That's crazy.
ये क्या था
There was
भाई?
no world where they were ahead in this. But the gate crash comes on
Fox
through.
भैया
John
ठीक है ना?
Olsen. He's only found one though. Now he has to try and re-engage. And inside this ruse, can he get the
An
catch?
operator, you don't want a gun like that.
Absolutely.
You have to go
He's
for
a-
the
Oh.
but he gets it, but Famous is
आना
back
के
on
last
again.
round है.
Yet, baby, he's still in it to
आपका,
win
लेकिन
it.
ऐसा?
3 versus 2. John Olsen. Again, he has so much to do, but they've just narrowly missed that shot. Has to go danger.
This is time taken away from the spike, and now they're isolated 1-on-1. Methodical retake, 2 positions.
All he had to do was stay alive. And now looking to get the cash here is 𝐶/𝘍𝐿𝐿. They played this to a really good spot here, Boom. They have advantageous positions, but if they fall into the line, it could be dangerous.
And
John
operator.
Olsen, he's changed it. He wants to get the Vandal, and I don't blame him. He can move back in. The time is ticking.
How do you get back into
Yeah,
this?
bro.
You still got a flash
Yeah,
for
bro.
𝐶/𝘍𝐿𝐿 on the right line and on the right shot, so they answer back. Mitch left
भाई
and right,
लेवाइथन भाई का
back
किल
and
था भाई उसके
forward.
पहले.
It certainly won't be good night after that left and right, though, Komodo. 6-6 is the scoreline that we so desperately needed inside the Britama Arena. No more boring stuff going on right now. This is what we need to see here in Jakarta.
I'm happy. I wanted to see more on this map of Abyss, and so far it has been
Last के
delivered.
पहले एक बार chance मिला था ना.
We'll get a little bit of a quick interview, get that crowd going.
Damn, he's the only one. 23 and 9, bro.
Yeah, bro.
The rest
But
of-
I still like if you see his skills, right? You
Yeah,
won't believe
yeah.
he got them.
Yeah. Damn.
Like twice he flanked, twice or thrice, and 2 people. Both times he had 2 people not looking at him. He barely just somehow managed to, kill them. Hello, Sayak. They are taking an interview, but no sound. Not that we will understand in Indonesian or Bahasa, but yeah. Did you fly down day before us or?
Ya, pokoknya tetap semangat.
I arrived like 26th the morning.
26, okay.
Kita percaya.
It's
you
a day
can do
before
better.
you arrived, basically.
Yeah. I flew on 25th.
Luar biasa sekali. She believes in his son and she asked them to give their best, to
spend
give
these-
a better
I spent this
performance,
like day and a half
on the second half.
packing.
Forecasters,
I mean,
throwing it back to you.
unpacking everything, setting everything up.
Yeah.
Blood
I had to
runs
go buy
thicker
so many
than
things,
water
man.
and family
Oh.
means
You
everything
forgot them
in
or
this
you just
arena.
thought you'll
Having
get
your
them
mum
from here?
down here to cheer you on is
No, I
absolutely
got as in
beautiful.
like
What a chat in
like
there.
I had to
Thank
buy
you
like
so
a
much,
20
Abigail,
meter
for
Ethernet
that
cable.
input, because again, you can just
Oh,
see
okay,
on
got
your
it.
And all
screen
these
right
things,
now
you know,
what it
small
means to
things.
these players,
Yeah.
but what it means to as well the viewers, the entertainment, right? We've got a game on our hands right now, and you were sort of talking about it. 𝘼𝘍𝐿𝐿 was saying the same thing. Abyss, right? Chaos.
Yeah, crowd buff, family buff here for Boom. But look at the story. If Full Sense managed to bring this game
And
back,
you know the
against
BenQ
Infacer
monitors,
and win
they have a
that,
different
their
power
trajectory and
cable,
their
right?
path to Masters
They
Bank,
do?
Hogback, they could then have
Yeah,
their
like
own
it's
I've
way
always
bigger.
used BenQ ones, right? So I don't know the rest of them.
Yeah, so I had to buy like an adapter. I bought one on Blinkit. It didn't work.
Yeah.
And then so I went outside and got it instead at the electronics store.
Boom, it
Yeah.
was that they were getting
Yeah, the
overwhelmed
small
by the
things then
pushes
compound
from
and become
Olsen,
like
now the
a lot of
attempts
things.
squandered.
Yeah, and obviously in Bangalore it's like takes 1 hour to go everywhere, man.
Oh yeah.
But a
So
capitalization
that's the
piece
problem.
for
What
Full
part of
Sense is
Bangalore
they've
are you
got
in
the
right now?
player advantage now.
Like, let me see, like north side?
Eyes has to be
Like
on mid
outskirts?
because it is so exposed, it's vulnerable.
How can I tell you? like,
Google Maps.
Altered, not scared, not nervous. Now
Big
berserks.
में फंसने
Big
वाले
man.
होते हैं.
He's been playing so well. Can he deny Wingman? No, the little buddy. He's managed to connect, and John Olsen, how's he got out of that just then? So
Mangla
there's an opportunity
road,
in
like
this
that
here
side.
from Shiro, and he gets the trade. That's the
Know
impact member down.
3 seconds for Shiro on the ball with the time spike now.
Absolutely, that's going to get the interest back in.
I know HSBR layout, Whitefield, Kormangla, all
Oh,
these-
Whitefield, like Whitefield then. Let's just say Whitefield.
And now we have
Okay,
to
near
see
Whitefield.
Boom push in.
Yeah.
Sushi boys, 1 HP onto the line, but he's denied. Is there enough time, Komodo?
What?
Bro,
I
who
think
is
it's
this
okay.
caster, bro? Why is he
Man,
shouting
what
so
could
much?
have been, imagine a 1 HP clutch if the time
There's so
was
much
ticked away a
time, bro.
little
They
bit
can
more
defuse the
because
bomb twice.
They realized they had enough time. They already had the rotations coming earlier on enough, and the shot we see
Ask
it
him the
missed out
place,
from
bro.
Berserks
I'm
over in
not
that
leaking the
bookshot, but
location,
it's
bro.
information for the squad at that point that John Olsen has gotten through.
That's why I asked locality. Imagine you leak the place tomorrow, there are 10 people downside.
Right? Where they're overlooking certain
Ras!
scenarios, and that's where
Please
Boom
come
can
down,
get back.
Ras!
I mean, Boom, right? They've got the alpha on the squad. They've got the caller leading the charge. Yes, the other players can piece it together as well, but it certainly is more cohesive from them. The pistol round, though, now translates over to Boom, which Full Sense got in the beginning of this map, remember? So the back and forth continues.
Okay, also I wasn't feeling well, man. Past 2 days. I have dust allergies, right? So on the flight, before I even came to India, like on the flight, it was so bad, man. I had a runny nose the whole time. So my nose is like, my sinuses are very like inflamed. So my voice sounds weird now as well. So
Yeah, your voice
recovering.
does sound a bit different.
Yeah, because it's like still like blockage, not blockage. I mean, it's very inflamed. Hey Aryan, why'd you want to marry me, bro? What the hell?
He's asking you for the 3rd time, bro. He's very serious. It's a commitment at this point.
Doesn't quite catch John Olsen again. He's really looking forward here. He's going to try and swing, and he's going to be punished immediately. Great shot from Famous. It's just about 100%ing this round right now. You know, the spike plan's fantastic, but Boom, they're just looking to get a little bit of momentum behind them, right? This is going to be 8 rounds if they continue to find it, but it will be Leviathan finding something. There is a bit of a position, though, but PPC. He's been
Where was the event held? Do you remember?
The what?
The Convergence
The
event.
true
Where was it held?
celebrity in this server on the close.
Where in
He's
Bangalore,
really
you mean?
stepped
I think
up
it's
when he's
near
come towards
HSBR
this
layout.
stage, hasn't he?
if I'm
You
correct.
look at certain players and you got to ask the question: are they going to crumble in front of a crowd? Riddle Order,
Chat,
maybe they
someone
were
will
on
know
that
where
sort of
was
stream of thinking.
location.
They were
'Cause
not
I went
having
past it.
too much fun in the
So
scoreline
I
department
kinda
yesterday, but
remember,
right now,
like,
Boom
so
are
maybe I'm
going
close.
forward with it, and I'm glad that Full Sense is still kind of ignoring the noise.
Big difference. John Olsen has the same amount of kills as the rest of the team.
Yeah,
I continue. I sound like a broken record with it.
Yeah, PDC was on lurk duties in that round as well. It is an eco. Just remember the anti-eco to try and see what damage, but he was crunched upon by the Boom boys, so they're aware of where they're weak around this
Yeah,
map.
I mean, I went past it, so.
Continuing to try
Somewhere around
and
that.
B-side offense. Will it succeed for them this time in the gun round?
Ooh,
Damn, we have a doctor in the chat, bro. Take Azit. I don't even know how to pronounce it, bro.
Azithromycin.
How do you know these things, man?
This is a very common Indian medicine.
John Olsen has to get recovered, replenished.
The way you just pronounce that so easily, man, I'm struggling. I don't actually struggle to pronounce it.
The only reason I did it is because like I have bought it a few times, right? So.
Exactly right, Komodo.
Time, a big problem here, but the plant, at least over at the laneway, to be guarded by PDC with an aftershock.
What the fuck? I thought it was...
He's the healthy one, though.
Yeah, PTC's so low. One single shot from Zespi should
the
be able
flank
to
again.
take him down.
Oh!
But they're bringing
This
back
time he
the
fails.
4v2.
This guy fails.
There's a chance now here for Boom. They're going to get scanned, but they give away their hand, their position.
Flash
They're
your
lining
right.
up. But look at this. This is something they've done so well, but the paranoia! A nightmare is PTC.
He's got to reload.
He can get back
Yeah, this
in
cast is
the
going crazy, bro.
line. The cat's the denial.
Oh, yeah.
But Shiro can get another. It's half-tapped Komodo. Leviathan! He didn't
What
take
the hell?
the bait!
Why
And that is
he
going
thought
to be
it
Shiro.
can't be diffused, I think.
No way.
लेकिन हाफ हो
The
गया था
guts you need to be able to stick it. You've got no choice. You know the famous is
That's
helped
the-
you there
if
with
they
the
get to
bruise
it from
to
that
go,
round, oh my
but
God.
it's not false senses here to come on through. There's no sixth senses for Full Sense Leviathan there to know that that is being stuck. They fault lined them. They aftershock. They flashed them. They cannot get them off the line. The merit that that brings in towards this round is huge.
The iron wall of Shiro. You cannot break through this man's defenses. He will stare you down.
This is one of them rounds,
and
man.
take it all
It just
for
happens.
him.
The fact that they bring it that close though, full sense actually never mind, because they're already in and they're opening it.
Don Olsen denied quickly by 𝐍𝐿𝐼, only finds the second though. I think there was a bit of extra damage in from that shock bolt, but only just a touch. 𝘼𝐼𝑬, he's low, 20 seconds. Our drone already immediately coming out.
This is a hard one for Boom. Player deficit. Fox does have the thrash as well.
I feel like what Full Sense just did there is really good.
He's walked straight into it.
Now they know.
Yeah, in and amongst the smoke there.
They just switch up the pace, right? After losing a run like that. Like, don't give them any chance.
Oh man, I don't even know how to feel about that round. Full Sense just put down the accelerator.
And they needed to in a scenario there as well. Realizing the fact that Boom
doesn't have money now.
Retakes, reeling that they've been at the right place at the right time. The chaos that the previous round delivers with, and nobody has enough time, it feels, to actually settle down, right? The fact that there's a defuse like that, the crowd is up and at 'em about it. Boom, they won that round. Full Sense, they lost it, but they don't let it get to them. They stay pale face. They needed to come up with a game plan for the next round, and immediately they answer back.
Finally have a game on our hands, man.
And look at the ultimates that Full Sense have in their deployment now as well. This could be monstrous for them to bring it within
You
one.
got the dollars, that's why. Rusty, he's
Can't
being
make
honest.
a mistake here, Full Sense.
Yeah, what the hell?
Need to capitalize on the advantages they built for themselves.
Deep line, down through towards the B side of the camera, and I like it. It's bait because it's just the echo to come through from Boom. The damage has been delivered onto the money. A bit of an A-main push to come out from Boom with this B warped deployment too.
वो तो होता है रे रोहन,
The
हर
gap in the
जगह
map
होता है,
Full
ऐसा
Sense.
कुछ
Well,
है
it's
नहीं
actually
यार.
in mid and they're at the right spot. Starting to scale up a little bit at a time. Figure out that no one's home and then act accordingly. Rotate, collect yourselves, go for an exit.
Gate crash out, got some info, got some control. But this is actually where it gets really scary for 𝐍𝐿𝐼. All by himself now inside A main as Yoru's left him on the NC slasher.
Bro, how can you bro, how can you say Cast is talking too much, bro? That's their job though.
This smoke actually gives Full Sense the opportunity to set up for a bit of an offensive hit now.
It really does, because look at 𝐍𝐿𝐼's positioning.
He was hyping too much, I can agree with, but talking is...
99% of the time, if you stick around at this point, you're done.
It's actually done pretty well here, Komodo. Faultline does manage to catch him. Damage already being dealt.
And this is a lower final, man. This is important. This is a big match.
He can stop this offense. 25 seconds left. They're running out of time.
It's good dance feet from PDC to dodge it though, because he needs the Rolling Thunder to provide an entry to get on in. But they're calling it. There's 20 seconds. There's sub of it. They're going to from the shadows to get on out. But look who's lurking here. Berserk. Oh, the timing is baited in. They've heard him. There's another focus on the plan. And now to get famous. This is Crumblish to come through.
That was so bold, man. What a play to go against the pistols to call the pull. That's genuinely insane person behavior there from Full Sense, and they make it beautiful, they make it work. They could continue to hold this round, but that's wow.
A couple of shots coming in from 𝘼𝐼𝑬. It makes it a little bit more entertaining to get some of this damage on in together.
And they get back into this. It's just really about damage right now, right?
Warriors, see if you can remove, I mean, the Outlaw as well will force a Vandal to come out in the next round when you've got your guns back again, but apart from that,
great timing on the dark cover. 𝐍𝐿𝐼 gets another one that's really scary. Leviathan can hold on long enough. It's A-okay. But man, they certainly put the pressure on there.
I really like the play that Full Sense come out with there. When they realize the fact that they can draw a lot of these rotations, they're seeing 𝐍𝐿𝐼, they're counting the utility, they know that the Yoru is over at the B side, they know that the Hunter's Fury, you've got a lot of a lean coming in from Boom over to the that A site, sorry. So you know, give the spike over to our guy that can, you know, get to the other side of the map in an instant to get the plant, and just the headset awareness as well, realizing that the stomps are coming towards you, take the jewel when he's unexpecting it to get the plant. Clutch moments come through.
Just so high risk, high reward, right? But it does pay dividends here. But they've taken a lot of damage, and now they're looking for another fast take into main. That was such an important shot for the man to hit. You know, jumping onto this operator Komodo as we switch the half.
Yeah, you got to reel it in a little bit if you are Boom. Please Flasher down for the count. Advantage for Full Sense. Grouped together in numbers once more. And now they've got...
Now Full Sense looks like they're back.
Technically, Boomer in the right spot to stop any
not
push.
completely, but at least like look at how they played the first map and yesterday. At least now it looks like they are trying, you know. They're not scared basically.
Position in mid, famous. It was his deepest, darkest enemy in the previous, and I think he can just get the hell out of here, right?
Yeah.
Who you guys supporting, bro?
Immediately, they're not dead yet. Popped, really not kind of working out for them. Wingman is in
Got
a position where it could be
supporting
the
Full
night because
Sense.
𝐍𝐿𝐼 Gets another one very
Bro,
quickly.
why
He didn't
didn't
even spot it.
Berserk?
Spike actually getting planted. Berserk's could have denied that.
Shoot the thing, right?
Shoot the buddy, yeah.
What the?
He just let it. Okay, I don't want to kill the buddy.
All going to be about the lurk from Fox here. Sushi Boys does find another one. Shiro in position, potentially get something back, but it's not really going to matter. Everything does wrap around. It's the stranglehold there, 9-9.
Yeah.
Full Sense tied up the score.
I wonder what the sound is
Feels
like
the
on the
momentum
stage,
is
man.
slowly shifting in
Yeah.
towards Full Sense as well, with a couple of these
I
rounds.
mean, that's
really
not
well
about just the
coordinated
sound,
in
you
their
can see it.
timing together as a team.
Yeah,
to
no,
rotate
not in
the
this
fight.
situation.
Okay, not in
But
this-
just
yeah, in
yeah,
general,
The
yeah.
for Full Sense right now is it's
I
actually
think it will be
playing
not
together as a
great,
team.
but
It's
not
no
bad.
longer just the John Olsen show.
Yeah, because I feel like these situations, you get like tunnel vision, man.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird.
Perfect
John
opportunity
Olsen
for these
26-15.
scrums to build.
You should have seen all
to
these kills, bro.
really
Yeah,
up the
bro.
spark.
I can't believe it sometimes.
Justin Eco
He's,
and
he didn't
Brown
play like
for Boom.
26-15.
Yeah, yeah.
He played like
Hard focus on
15-26.
this map of
Body
abyss.
मार रहा था.
What it
body
means
shot.
for
Yeah.
Boom
And that
yesterday
also he was
up
whiffing a lot.
against
Barely
the
मारे भाई
border.
गोलू उसने कैसे तो मतलब जाने दे अभी.
The pathway
मर
was
मर
set
के
for
मर
them.
मर अरे
मर
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 जा
के.
भाई मर जा भाई बोल के
An
मारा.
opening map for Boom on a strong map of Ascent for Full Sense.
भाई experience
One
नहीं.
of the things that
अरे
Boom
क्या
is doing well was the
उसमें
fact
क्या
that
experience
they're
आता है
able to
भाई.
get
I
in
mean,
down and
नसीब
dirty a lot of
नसीब
the
भाई
jobs that
लिख
Riddle
के आया
was
वो.
not
सही-
able
सही
to
fights
actually
ले रहा है?
stop. The trades
No,
coming through
bro.
from Boom.
No?
The
No,
leans as
it's
well.
all
The
bad.
risks
It's just
that they were
I don't
taking.
know. They're whiffing more, bro. The other
Really
guys, you know.
prepared
Oh,
a bit of
so that's
homework
what
on
it
how to
is.
counter these little specific tendencies that Boom do like to show in these moments.
Arian, bro, what the fuck?
John Oleng.
Don Oleng,
Oleng
big man himself.
meaning?
He's
Big man.
certainly softened a little bit as we've shifted the half, right? The eyes have been narrowly taken away from him. Mudeng in the arena.
Deadlock.
But yeah,
Have you
man,
guys
as
tried
I said,
Deadlock?
This is anyone's game.
I have downloaded
This is
it.
anyone's
खेला नहीं
series.
मैंने.
We needed this
Did you
series
play it?
to go big.
Yeah.
It means
कैसी है?
so much to the region,
Huh?
and
No,
again,
I didn't play it.
it's just that narrative of what it means to both of these regions to ascend.
Really important moment coming forward after this timeout.
Hey, this
as well,
place
because
is
these are
pretty
the
good, man,
turn
for Ascension, no?
rounds. These are the decisions that can really push you up.
Yeah.
Venue.
Eco
Yeah,
to
it is.
try and keep them on the trajectory to keep them well just in this map as well. They drop
Everything
right
else
around
is
it.
fine. The
Oh,
format is
that's
horrible.
a bit of an
for-
overextend
Yeah.
from John Olsen as the
Johnny
plan starts to
boy.
go down.
And I think that's going to be the
Even
wingman to the
EMEA
Niners
was so
pipeline as
bad.
well. It's
Yeah.
massive.
I mean, the format for EMEA was still better than.
Well, I say,
Yeah,
this
what did he say?
this eco could turn them around. I'm a prophet, but these
I'm
guys
thinking
have
more like
the read.
everything was
I don't
online.
like
to
ties.
Oh
it.
yeah, in that way, yeah.
Yeah.
They're definitely extreme here in Indonesia. The
They
ring
finally shot the thing, man.
is
Yeah.
bearing its fangs
And
in
see,
the
now
form
they
of
win the
Boom.
round.
But Sushi Boys, he's been at the top of Pacific before. To get you back on in, you need the power play. John Olsen did it earlier. It's the time for Sushi Boys to get in.
Always the
to get
comeback
down,
becomes a
to get
fake
dirty,
comeback
but
because
now
of the
spotted
eco
out.
round.
There's one.
Can't make the mistakes.
Together as a team.
That's
Thirsty.
it. Together as one. We will fight.
Thirsty.
And you can see the focus. They're not even cheering after that round Komodo Boom.
I know, because they realize how tense these moments are right now. They realize the pendulum can
John
swing
bro
back
overextended. No, I think
towards the
they
favor of
flashed
Full
or
Sense at
stunned for
any
him, right? If I'm
moment.
correct.
I talked about it.
Yeah.
The importance
I mean,
of
they didn't
this
need to
round.
have that
Had it been destructive
deep of a take
and
and then
bleed
eco,
into the
but
next
yeah.
one and you lose that rifle round, that's no more space on the map essentially anymore
Thirsty.
to try and have any mistakes. So the fact that Boom get that, they hold on. Now, for Full Sense, they had enough in the coffer to still get out a pretty sensational gun buy.
What's his pace going to look like here? Falling straight away. Looking to actually break potentially up
Thirsty.
towards Vent here. They're inside the ruse.
PTC, breach operator, because John Olsen's going to be on toward the blades.
Definitely an interesting one, but this is the first time they've actually broken through. It's going to be a full-on march in, and now that's the Thrash coming out at the exact same time as the Rolling
Oh,
Thunder.
one way.
But Zesby, he does manage to at least get one for his money, but can he get two for the dance? Leviathan
Oh,
spotted off the
GG.
information on that trap
That's
line.
one
It's the
though.
Dizzy to come back to
Oh,
keep
no.
pushing.
Kali aa rahe ho
Leviathan
usko.
now finding that spike plan, but Shiro, he can get an entry at the most opportune time. Now it's awkward. NC Slasher has been
Oh,
absolutely
Shiro, let's
fired.
It's an
go.
operator now.
It is. How do you even trade this? The Aldrone gets the catch. He does have the Rolling Thunder, but
You've
I
gotta
don't think
call
it's
it.
worth it.
You've got to call it. You have
He's
to.
getting right out of there.
You have to save this gun for your team in the next round. You got to give this over
Why
to
didn't
John
he
Olsen to
use
be
the
able
ult
to
backside
win.
मार दिया ना उसने.
अरे पर वो
Made
ult
the best
हाँ,
decision
actually
in the
वो
moment there
Leviathan
for
भी खा लेता
PTC,
था
but
पर
it's also one of the worst decisions because you know
नहीं
deep
क्यों नहीं
down
उसके बहन
that
पता
this
है
is the
वो
point in the map that could potentially
उसने गेको का अल्ट से क्लियर किया और somehow Cypher छुप गया गेको का से, तो उनको लगा कि क्लियर है। और एक को डिटेन करके वो शीरो डिटेन था सिटी में।
साइफर ने केजअप तो किया था ना, तो एक आइडिया तो रहेगा उनको। मैं तभी भी नहीं बोल रहा, बाद में बोलूं जब नहीं मर गया शीरो भी निकला, एक को मार दिया, उसके बाद मैं सोचा था, पर तभी उसके बंदे आगे थे।
हाँ बंदे भी साइड के अंदर थे ना,
हाँ तो वो भी उड़ते थे, ये भी तो।
Got onto the line here. Is it going to be Zespi giving up his hand? Yes, it will.
He loves to go for a peak challenge like that.
And that's what they've done, right? They've adapted. They've been able to work it out.
And now, Hunter's Fury to retaliate to try and stop the bleeding.
Getting
in, and it's awkward.
भाई कोई भी ओपोनेंट्स को नहीं मारा, बर्जर्स को लोग
शीरो बोल रहे बहुत आसान हो रहा है गेम, चलो भाई।
Did indeed. Now the time for Famous over to the B side. NC Slasher still has the fake out as well if they can try and play on the back of it.
I put my eyes on a Famous Komodo. Does get the catch on that fault line, but he's still in position. He's going to join hands with his partner in crime, Shiro. But NC Slasher gets straight on out. It's another for PTC. NC Slasher is looking to carve up his opposition, but he will get caught. That is not
what is
something
going
you want
on,
to be
bro?
seeing. As Shiro gets
I don't know
another,
what
it's
the
onto
fuck is
both
going on
PTC
this game.
What
and
the fuck?
Leviathan. The spike is down in the worst position.
Much chaos, man.
And that is just something that you never.
Bro, I don't know if this breach is
ever
even
want
getting
to
used,
see.
man, at this point.
Man, they brought that one back on the rotation when the neural theft comes on out as
और
well.
देखा ना गोलू अभी आपस जॉनसन को उसने पिक किया, वो देख भी नहीं रहा था कैसा इसका वैसे ही खेल रहे हैं, पर कभी कभी मार दे रहे हैं। And I think they should stop doing this plan now, bro. They should plant on the left side. It's not working
I saw where
out.
the spike had been dropped as well, and I'm thinking to myself, all right, Leviathan, you've got from the shadows, you can get out of dodge, you can pick up the spike if your team can get over to the other side. But my friends, his team is gone. Why? What did PDC do? He's rolling Thunder Sushi Boys off the map.
He got two, and then he threw.
अरे first time out है full
That's such a dangerous position, and this is the key focus that I've had about this miscommunication, right? The chaos inside the server for this team of Full Sense.
On the back of that eco now, the run for Boom has gone flawless. The Sheriffs have just elevated them. They're hyping up the crowd as well. Zespi, our character, on the side of Boom. He's not, you know, potentially the alpha. He's the run to the litter, but he's bringing them together for some fun.
Hillsky and Quack so hot right now. Absolutely beautiful.
तवा लेके
Legend in
बैठा रहेगा।
Abigail. But yeah, 9 to 12.
No mistakes.
कौन तवा लेके बैठा रहेगा?
Absolutely
Coach
none.
I will say though, I think
भाई कोच के एक तो टाइम आउट ही गलत टाइम पे लग रहा है।
बहुत टॉक्सिक है भाई कप्पा, हाँ कैसे?
that teams are adjusting, right? In a tournament like
ये
this,
टॉक्सिक है?
absolutely
तो क्या?
भाई गोलू असेंड में 12-3 स्कोर था।
a couple of hours, right? 24 hours essentially.
12-4 हुआ, फिर टाइम आउट लिया है।
Plan to go back against them on a map that Full Sense are not confident.
मैं बोला 13-3 हो जाता तो?
Changed their composition 3 times so far that they've played it. They're going back into one that they've only.
कौन है Full Sense का कोच? ओ टी the
लीफ भी है क्या ना? लीफ the love family एक तो बोल रहा है क्या?
वही टी
No more second chances here for Full Sense.
वो तो assistant coach है भाई,
facing down.
मेरे head coach Leaf है Leaf.
Again, what are we seeing now from John Olsen though? How many frags did he get in the first half by himself? His team propping him up. Now he's gotten 3 in this half.
Yeah. It's just been NC Slasher.
Yeah.
Famous, Zespi. And all going big.
Setting up for a hit on towards the A side. All eggs in this basket.
Yeah, they took a pause at 12-4, yeah?
Shiro, maybe there's a world.
Yeah.
That's
But
crazy,
John
man.
Olsen forward. Can he get
No,
the
not
shot?
12-4,
No.
4-12.
It's Shiro with 2
12-3.
Komodo and
Flash
already
दे दे रहा।
they start from
भाई
a
हाँ
good
ना,
position.
बैक साइड के लिए फ्लैश दे ही सकता है अगर फाइट करना ही है।
All cleared, baby.
उसके पास फ्लैश
There
पड़ा
is the
हुआ है
from
हाथ
the
पे।
shadows.
हाँ।
And it's going to be Zespi to gather some information. Leviathan holds on to his. The Ruse will go down. The Cyber Cage will also. We saw how good Shiro has been with these relay bolts. Now it's PTC. The metal was good, and that's enough for Shiro to take it. But Leviathan in this clutch, unable to do it.
Wow.
And do you know that
सवाल
is
है
Komodo? That is Boom.
Bro, that eco round will haunt them at 9-9.
From facing their
I think
fears inside the
I think
grand
it's the
final.
bad dash as well. Man.
Yeah, they didn't need to take that deeper space on the eco. Even if it was planned or unplanned, It was bad.
losing to the eventual
I feel like
winners of Bleed.
it wasn't
They
planned, man,
missed
because the
off
guy
ball, one
smoked the
map
wall.
away
I think he
for
wanted to
having a
dash in his
grudge
smoke,
match
but
in a
he
grand
missed the smoke,
final
right? So
in
maybe he
a
dashed
home
right side
crowd
of it.
position.
I mean, at that point, just a simple updraft on top side with basic smokes
to
also.
gather the pride for Southeast Asia, to make it work for this region with so much talent, with so
भाई,
much
खाना खा लेते हैं।
passion. And they have
एक
earned
second,
their
guys.
spot here. They have looked absolutely
भाविन
steadfast.
अपने लिए ये लोग
into
जल्दी
these
खत्म
last
कर रहे हैं, पता है
few
कैसे?
हाँ,
rounds.
खाना
And
खाने
they
के
are
लिए ना?
showing no signs of slowing down, Komodo.
नहीं,
Up until
दूसरे
that
काम के
9-9
लिए।
timeout, we were
समझा मैं।
so close on this map as well. Tied
आया,
at the heart,
ये जो round दिया है ना
backwards and
वो,
forwards
2v4
gameplay.
वाला।
Positions,
हाँ भाई।
this map needed both teams to adapt on the fly to what each other were doing. It made sure that you are playing the essence of Valorant to make sure that you are putting in the gusto to change things up, to drive
Bro,
your
are
team
you
forward.
Malu?
And on
No,
the
man.
back of that timeout, that eco round, that's the blow that really has rattled Full Sense, it feels now.
We talk about opportunities, chances, right, for Full Sense to take into this. You know, they got into that upper bracket, they managed to carry this forward, and they had an extra life. But it looks like those lives are truly starting to run out now. To not put up a single map in this final, in these playoffs, would be absolutely decimating. But I want to hear the beautiful brains on that desk break it all down. Take it away, guys.
Brains.
Evo.
Wow, thank
Hello,
you
Evo.
so much, guys. I know. I don't know how you saw that, but definitely this was a much more competitive showing for Full Sense. However, I felt like you saw at what point their mistakes started getting to their heads, and boom, it's definitely the team that's going to exploit that.
Yeah, I love that this one was a lot more competitive.
Cool, I was playing last night, yeah.
The big brain.
I was playing Reina, bro. I was destroying everyone.
They didn't
But
mention
then
it
when
was
I'm spraying people, I can't even
tightly
spray anymore, bro.
contested when it was still at 9-9. But I think
Nah,
there's
it's
something
like
that
I haven't
sets
played in a
some
while,
of
bro,
these
so
teams apart,
it's getting
and
used to
that's
the
their
setup, right?
ability to be able to convert eco rounds. It's something that
kinda
all of
hard,
the
man.
best teams need to have in their
But at least
arsenal.
everything's done now.
Right now, I'm loving.
What
seeing
rank you
Boom
playing
as
on?
well.
And I want to point out too, Full Sense, they put up such a
see.
good fight. We finally get the competitive nature that
getting-
we've been expecting. And John
I'm
also
unranked
with
right now,
26
so-
kills, I believe it was 23 of them
But
coming in for the first half. He was so far
playing into,
above
like,
everyone else there.
Immortal
Having
1,
that John also carry
Immortal
performance,
1.
but it just didn't really pan out with
Yeah.
the rest of the rounds
Immortal
coming
2
into the
is the
second
highest.
half. Boom though, consistency so
Come, bro.
key,
I got an
so yet
account
again.
if you
But
wanna queue.
MC Slasher has been such a highlight
Right
on
now?
the Euro here, Ivan.
I don't mind.
Yeah, Dax. I
Okay.
was really enjoying actually John Olsen's timings in mid.
Up to you.
He understood
Or I go
how
do aim
Boom
labs,
wanted
bro.
to rotate, and he tried to
Alright, that's Q, man.
disrupt them
Boost
while they're
me
trying
to
to get
thing in it.
into the side.
Yeah, and to counteract that,
Wow.
Boom would also fight for mid from time to time. We did
Yes.
see NC Slasher find that impact, even catching people by the library side. So it really was a tug of war for mid, and we've seen a few pivots in that game because of it.
And we have to remember that, you know, Boom did play this map just the other day, right? So that is information given for the side of
Yeah.
Full Sense, right? So we saw that come out. We saw that they were like, okay, we know they like to do this. However, I just felt like, you know, that extra energy, that extra kind of rev up on the side of Boom Esports, they still had that, and it's still lacking. This map number 2, it's still lacking Ewok from Full Sense.
Yeah, I want to throw a question over to Dax real
Oh,
quickly. Just
wow.
so on the screen,
Is this counted?
13
Uh-huh.
first kills
Yeah.
for Full Sense, but they were still not able to convert the map. What does that tell you?
It just tells me that Boom Esports have that resilience to fight that 4v5, right? It's pretty obvious that way, but the way that they do it is just how NC Slasher sets up some of the flashes. You already see Hero with the darts, and what we've seen here, the utility
Come, bro,
usage
add me.
of Boom
Spellex
Esports
and
allows
hashtag
them to play
Spellex.
aggressive.
Escape it.
You play the close, you drop the smokes,
leaking
and
your name,
I
Lala,
think you noted actually a while ago that
Yeah.
Full Sense did a good job to ignore some of those smokes, but in converse, it's like, okay, now that I have
How do I
put
spell it?
everything I need, I can focus on
SPELX.
frag. And how did the map end? See, we got Shiro getting 2 before the
LX.
spike even
Yeah.
went down, and the rest
Hashtag.
of Boom pushed through a
Same.
smoke in A main.
That's
Said,
caps.
screw it, we're killing you here. Full Sense is there.
John
Nobody
Michael.
fighting it.
And sometimes you just have to stick with the
Whoa, bro.
That
Bro, I
happened
messaged you
all
yesterday when I loaded the game.
That
You didn't
was
reply,
so
man.
hard
You're busy
for
in your game.
Leviathan. He TP'd out with point
Really?
55
I was
left.
playing?
Bro,
And
are you
there
sure
were
we
so
can
many
play?
moments
Let's
there.
see. No, man.
कप्पा है क्या?
Oh man.
Wait. I got more accounts.
Bro. Maybe I need to get ranked first, bro.
Don't worry, I got more accounts, bro. It's gonna be a warm-up game for me.
Okay. 3 more placement.
Did you guys get something nice in your night market?
No, bro.
I got the most horrible shit ever.
Bro, I saw you and Kappa play in rank the other day. That was too funny, man. You guys are jokers.
See, that's the thing. The only reason people come to watch is see me mauled on Reddit.
Yeah, man, you guys are too funny. Kappa's playing Raze, bro. It's too funny.
Was it Bind, right?
Yeah, Bind, yeah.
Oh, man,
Send the ID on Discord, bro.
Okay.
John Michaels, let's go.
Feels like my mouse sensor is gone.
Go, let's go.
This ping is too good, bro.
Yeah. You get losses.
Everyone's motor function's okay? I know humans get tired.
Shall we move, yeah?
Let's
move down.
get this done.
Yeah.
Hostile KIA. Three kills.
Ah. Let's play Phantom. Arey bha. Please take us straight up. Thank you. Where the camping, bro?
Three kills.
SPG जीत रहा, boom again losing.
Cancelled. Bad guy down.
लास्ट ईयर है मैक का टीम आया था इस बार कोरिया का टीम आएगा
Sky destroyed. 3 kills. Kill the queen. Target 86. Sky destroyed. Tango down. Sky destroyed. They were in my
रिवर्स
sights.
स्वीप इनकमिंग मुश्किल लग रहा है चलो भाई गेम इज अबाउट टू गो लाइव
Well, ready to just tear up the curses in everybody's faces. That's probably what Boom Esports is doing right now. As we jump into Lotus, we're going to toss it over to your casters, Honky and Komodo once more.
I don't think the Thai scene would have been looking at this one in this way at all, right? You know, they've been playing out of their skin in the group stages. Now they come here. They were in the upper bracket grand final. And again, I repeat the chances narrative, right? They had opportunities in that upper bracket final. Now they're down here. Are they going to walk away without a single map on stage?
I'll highlight for everybody that every single one of our talent essentially predicted like 3-2, 3-1.
Yeah.
Like we have to get this third map going over to the side of
मैंने तो कोई न्यूज़ नहीं देखा कि वो नहीं है अभी
I don't want to say it's a kind of disservice if they don't do it, but it just means that Boom are doing something above the level that we might have
है ना भाविन अभी भी
to come out.
क्या है गप्पा
Well, I'd be scared if I'm Sid Reeser at this point in time, right? You know, they're coming in looking really, really strong. It's proven that the crowd buff has done more than we were kind of expecting, right? We always knew it was going to be a nuts crowd behind us here in Britama Arena, but it has had way more impact than you would have expected. Any of these 4 teams could have made it up against the 3 teams, right? Outside of Sid Reeser. And now it's looking like it may very well be Boom unless they deny. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Britama Arena, baby. We are here. It's Lotus and Full Sense. You have one more chance.
Boom back on this defensive side as well, so we'll see if these composition changes are going to be better for Boom or if Full Sense are going to be able to reenact what they did with JFT. John Olsen, of course, pivotal, but he wasn't the superstar when it came towards that series, so we really need to see the rest of the team step up that they were kind of doing at the tail end of last map. Right now for PDC, though, by himself, needs a bit of assistance to trade for Famers.
If he's able to get a second here, it might be a
लगा
little
Fox
bit
peek
dicey.
कर रहा है मैं बोला भाई
Obviously,
क्या
he's
कर
still
रहा
got
है
that position from Sushi Boys is a long way from the rest of the team, and now Famous is going to be pushed back.
Starting to scale up though. He could get caught out here and then chased down by John Olsen.
Did he hit the shot? No, he can't. This is the thing. We were talking about this matchup, right? Famous not playing that Neon. John Olsen certainly doing it.
Yeah.
But it's only a 4v3. They haven't secured this round just yet. They need to get that spike planted.
Not adapting to the meta changes. Felt like it was going to just leave Boom by the wayside, but still being pretty powerful.
Leviathan, right outside Breakable.
Last year भी Boom lower bracket से आया था क्या?
They do
Final
trade it
में?
out though. Shiro gets
लास्ट
one
ईयर
back
बूम
and
फाइनल
now
में नहीं
picks up
आएगा
the
पर
sheriff.
सेमीज
He's
में
got
हारे
to deal
थे
with this
नहीं आया?
little member in Sushi Boys.
2 bullets as well.
Scars
Can't be
versus,
missing it for Shiro. You need your
disguise
teammate to
bro.
assist
Whoa.
you.
They just need to keep him entertained here. Yeah,
Lead.
great shot.
Great
Lead,
position.
Nice little fall away from Sushi Boys, exactly. Now Berserk's is going to be caught on an island. And Full Sense, they open up very nicely here on Lotus Komodo, but they need to, again, carry that momentum. They can't just find a couple of openers and then fall away.
Yeah, they didn't get any pistol rounds, unfortunately, against JFT, but they did answer back immediately when they dropped that first pistol. So we'll see, you know, if they are able just to do what they did in the previous map, get the first round, get the anti-eco, if you can try and chase the bonus as well, because you're not just in, you know, a 1-map deficit in a PvP. You're in a 2-map deficit in an elimination, best of 5. You're kind of at the bottom of the barrel right now, and you don't see the light to get back up. So getting these rounds very cleanly is just only going to elevate you and your team.
ये बक्की का स्किन बहुत मस्त है यार
Word here.
सब लोग
Able to fight when bloodied up. But beaten.
Timing. All down to timing, but it is just this lesser equipped buy again from Boom, of course. An opportunity though for Full Sense to start to piece together if it is going to be kind of the same.
चलो भाई जॉनसन का जेट बेटर या नियॉन बेटर है देखते हैं.
Overlook, no. 100%ing the round. Berserks at least catch one. It's traded out
Berserks ने कैसे मार दिया ऊपर से आके इसको? बाकी लोग क्या कर रहे थे?
Full Sense. I mean, Boom. They've got to rotate all the way around through stairs here and just try to do some damage.
Yeah, and in this sort of scenario as well, you don't really want to give away too much. You know, if you're going for a flanks, it'll give an opportunity for Full Sense to realize that they need a bit more flank watch later in the rifle rounds. So kind of just play this one on the nose if you are Boom. Just walk in with your pistols. If you see anyone, go for the fight together. If you don't, go up to the spike. Don't give them any more ultimate orbs because you know on a map such as this, if you want to be getting in towards these sites and playing with the economy, playing with the rotations, you want to see somebody like Fox on this breach be prioritizing ultimate game.
Such an important note from our panel, talking about the impact of what John Olsen was going to be able to do on this Neon. Cracking open the site, cracking open the entry points for his team.
And so far, so good.
All comes down to this bonus now, right?
Yeah,
weaponry is good.
It's what you want to see, right? If you've been having a couple of shockers in your last couple of games, you need a good discussion with your team, you need good decision making in the server. Sometimes it actually can just be one bad agent, one bad map, right? You can bounce back in the next one, and it feels like for John Olsen so far in this tournament, you're going away from the Neon, which you actually surprisingly have adopted extremely well to find the space, to find the kills, to get the first bloods, to trade things out.
And it looks like it's going to be pretty brawly here.
Yeah.
Already holding that spray from 𝐿𝐼𝐍𝐊𝐒 inside the tree with the Odin. And that's John Olsen taken down already, an important member here. This is just a weapon that can do so much damage. He has to fall away. He's actually caught by the fault line, but he can pop the Prowler out, which will give him some extra time and some space.
Look, the Sushi Boys, if you can try to bring the team back, they are stuck in the tree for the moment with nobody actually able to spot them out. If you are 𝘼𝐽𝐿𝐿𝐿 at the moment, you're not popping up that toxic screen. Aggression smoke, though, to come out from PDC. So Full Sense definitely realizing the fact that they cannot just braid themselves in anymore.
Oh, Sushi Boys' catch could be so big! It is. That's a free entry point in towards the side here, Komodo. They do have the Nano Swarm that can still be popped. There is still a little bit of extra control from Berserks, but obviously with that door opening, if he can find Sushi Boys, there's something for him, but he's just going to dance the dance,
it's so
duke
awkward.
the doubt, the old do-si-do. And now they're wrapping in towards C here, Komodo, because they know Berserks, he's stuck mound, he's interested, he's entertained as Sushi Boys. He is dining right now.
Time, though, with the spike planting down, does afford Boom to get the rotations to this seaside now.
I've never heard a door spin so much in my life. He's just keeping the focus there in one position. This is such a tough retake now for Boom. Zespi going to be caught. They don't need to overstep at all, and I think they're just watching. They're sure that a flank's coming in, right? Are they going to even invest into this round? They're leaving it really late. 𝐿𝐼𝐍𝐿𝐿𝐿 will be able to at least find one. Now they've got to pick up the pace here. They're onto that. Gravity Well isn't going to be able to catch here. And 𝐿𝐼𝐍𝐿𝐿𝐿 still onto it, but that's great timing. Great awareness from Fox, and it's going to be more than enough. Massive bonus round, massive statement from Full Sense, and they can continue this train right now. And the station is still a long way away.
Yeah, really rough for Boom. They start to take the battle against Sushi Boys, and the Guardian manages to find the kill, right? You go from a 4 versus 5, you see the really awkward shots come around the mound, and you just know as Full Sense, oh, there's only one player playing over there, let's just go for a bit of a rotate. So poor old 𝘼𝐽𝐿𝐿 in the mix, and Famous caught out as well. I was thinking to myself, that Gravity Well, that star location looks a little bit too far away from the spike, and it was. So for PDC, I think you need to be reeling that one in, no pun intended, a little bit more.
Pun definitely intended, but Sushi Boys and Fox, players that have been relatively absent, they're returning.
And those were the two that were leading the charge when it did come over towards Lotus previously too, so you want to see them have a good delivery right now. To and from around the map, couple of shots out for sure for Full Sense, so all accordingly going to the Ties plan.
Finally reading the script, Full Sense.
It's
not letting any gaps open up. Famous is going to be taken down quickly, you'd expect, sure. 𝐿𝐼𝐍𝐿𝐿𝐿, a great shot on the Sushi Boys. But John Olsen's able to get the trade, and old 𝐿𝐼𝐍𝐿𝐿, he's a long way away right now. PTC should be able to clear. Got to hold on to that line. The Haunt will at least keep him interested. Great shots! But Leviathan to deny. 3 alive. And Fullscans continue their tear.
Fullscans.
Much better to come through from Full
FS confident lag raha hai. हाँ अभी लग रहा है.
Great start at the beginning, really needed. Propping John Olsen up to take the space, having Sushi Boys find impact on the lurk. The team piecing together where Boom are playing around the map as well. And you know, you've got these little tricks that Boom are going to try and throw into the mix when it does come to this defensive side for them as well, with the one-ways, with the positions, with the haunts that on the timing they're going to try and throw out. But for right now, none of that really feels weighted for Boom. So they'll start to change up their approach now that they've got the weaponry back in their hands, but immediately for Full Sense, up the guts of mid.
Oh, Shiro! Dangerous play, but it works out for him.
Feels a little bit late on the nightfall, but hey, at least Shiro managed to find those 2 kills. Now you can start to simmer as Boom. 3 versus 5. Remember, we've seen in this tournament so far, in a game, in a series, a 4 versus 5 conversion absolutely obliterated every single time, right? Don't let these leads be dropped.
You grab the opportunity, you can't let it slip away. ETC, he's been peppered down here. The season's going to
what? इतना low HP में मार दिया भाई उसने 2 को.
Of the nightmare.
And Fox finds Zespi as well. 5 versus 3, Mitch. I just mentioned it. You can't be dropping times like these.
Doesn't get the right timing there, Leviathan. He manages to get away. NC Slasher looking to get onto the line, and Famous, the operator, not exactly the weapon to do it. I think so much pressure is going to fall onto old NC Slasher. Horn up. It is available to pop into tree if he needs it. Look how hesitant they are, Komodo. They're so scared. And you think an agent like Fade, right? You look into those eyes and it's like a demon in the night. But Leviathan, he lives, he breathes in the shadows. That's where he is made, and it's Famous pulling away.
NC Slasher had to get 2 there.
He lives and breathes in the shadows.
Famous to get back on in. Well fought back, well dug back round for PDC as well. I mean, you're exactly right. How when he's caught down to 1 HP from the decays as well, that he's able to pull away with 2 headshots. Were they not looking at him? It was off screen. You know, they come back from that though. 5 versus 3 now in favor of Boom. Conversion goes, and they immediately call a timeout. And what do I hear in the crowd, Mitch? It's nothing. It's silence.
A gentle golf clap for Full Sense.
Hero बोला रहेगा क्या यार बस तेरे वजह से एंगल छोड़ा मैं और मैं भी मर गया.
With a knife. And Boom, they've already called their timeout, right? This is so early, 5 rounds in. It's the opportune time to do it, right?
I miss your stream from 3 years ago.
Bro,
बस अभी जल्दी वापस आएगी.
If you're falling off the side, you're falling into the darkness. Lotus is a bright map, brimmed with opportunity. And for Boom, the opportunity is about closing this one.
Radiant grind करने वाले हैं.
For the Boom fans out there,
Road to Radiant.
we can say that they've done well in the deficits on this map to push us into the overtimes from the 3-9s, right? But so far, there's not the chance of getting to 3, it looks like, right? Full Sense are playing with the rotations, playing with the utilities, getting into their face, catching timings as well that the Neon is providing them to throw a spanner in the works of the speed.
Always a thought, if you leave it too late for your journey back in, you start your pilgrimage with so far. You've got to be resilient. You've got to have that resolve, that passion, that drive. And Full Sense, they were so quiet, but finally they played to the crowd. Finally they threw out to get a reaction, and they got what they asked for.
Yeah, a 5-0 start as well, playing on the back of it. I mean, the timeout here at the right time to try and stem the bleeding, but straight in towards the new round, straight in towards C. Dropping the utilities immediately. It's actually just go time for Full Sense, right on in.
John Olsen,
wow.
Give a damn. Straight through with Leviathan and the rest of the team in tow. We've been asking so desperately, where is this Full Sense connection? And they found it. They are showing us now. Again, it's still an eco, but I think, you know, it's going to be Famous potentially looking for another save, because look at this flank that's coming in now from PTC.
Not going to be allowed, is it?
That's it.
To try and get some utility in towards the side at the moment, but it's a bit of a stronghold with how Full Sense are holding it.
Won't count him out just yet. NC Slasher, you know how good
second half में खेला था ना.
We'll be able to get a re-entry back into this one. John Olsen blinded Famous, looking to get it. Famous Here we go, Komodo. We could be on here. It's going to be a little bit tricky with this post plant. They've got the fault line down and PTC's positioning. Yeah, look, it's going to be a little bit too hard here to get back into that one. Famous, he's certainly trying his best here, but Fox to deny, and all we can really think about just then is damage dealt. Cosmic Divide still available. Rolling Thunder still available.
And if you're looking at how Full Sense are going to be navigating around this seaside as well, if they are planting for Mound, they also then can rely on Fox's utility with the Aftershock, with the fault line too. You've just got so many different pieces of combinatory utility that they can actually throw in depending on the situation too. It's something that I really love about the comp that they've deployed in towards this map, and just the contrast of how quick they can go, but also how disconnected they can actually be together as a team too, right? Because you've got Sushi Boys who can go for these little lurks as well and play by his own utility. You've got PDC who can be away from the action.
Certainly let it get too close for comfort, right? Maybe not a chance at the defuse, but frags is a good sign, and now it's Groundhog Day. Seaside entered into. John Olsen, though, he's called the clear. Berserk's up close, but he doesn't want to go in yet.
No adjustment from Berserk's utility as well, in knowing that the slide comes through from John Olsen towards Waterfall.
When do they go for it? Relay Bolt comes out, the showstopper from Famous. He's actually going to get a catch here. That's John Olsen down, Komodo. They pop the lockdown, though. They have to fight for it.
But they have to get out, actually, because the 3 versus 5, they're going to turn tail over towards the B site right now. The rotations are here from Famous and from NC Slasher. It's just to Sushi Boys by himself, isolated, taken down, finally.
We are so back, Pratama!
अरे भाई बस कर भाई ये भी कान में जा रहा है भाई कुछ भी चिल्लाता रहता है ये
Absolutely, and I like, you know, that they give up the site. C is
एक
not
round
really
हुआ तो
working
चिल्लम
too
चिल्ली
much for
चालू
the Boom side. I mentioned it. There's no change of these utility positions starting to come through from Berserk.
अभी ult हो गया तो क्यों नहीं
going
सीपे
for
के
a
लिए
challenge in amongst the chaos when they're sliding in and going in for their own layering. Play towards the strength of your own. That's your team. Wait for them. Play with them. Get these crossfires. Get these shots in together. And then as soon as you make Full Sense question what they want to do for the round, you've already laid the trap.
They love going quick, don't they? And they're in there straight again. A little bit of an awkward catch though here. Despy, he went really, really far forward, but just opens the door and happy to get out. NC Slasher kind of trapped in a hole.
Yeah, and if he gets overwhelmed by John Olsen, that could have been problematic, because now he's through the wall. Famous to Fox, and for PDC, it doesn't matter if you're disconnected from your team, because if your team dies, you're left in 1 versus 5.
Stoic in his moment, isolation, he thrives. NC Slasher, what a absolute shutdown affair.
See if PDC can get anything here. But finally, Boom have found their footing in amongst Lotus.
Last round क्या use किया था ये लोग?
एक Killjoy ult use किया था ये round Astra use कर दिया.
Right, what it means for them to get back into this, a simple round is all it can take.
Oman.
Your Full Sense though, and now you've lost 2 in a row. Are you opting to take a timeout for yourselves as well to stop any momentum that might have been built from Boom? Wouldn't be a bad idea. Of course, this little time that's been given for PDC just to be left to his own devices in this 1 versus 5 can actually be used as a free bit of a timeout for the players to talk amongst themselves if they want. They don't necessarily need a coach input. They can leave that later on if a comeback starts to happen.
And look at the respect being given to them by Boom as well. They don't want to fight for that. The money's decent for Full Sense. They can have another offense, so you're exactly right. Just take the time to let it settle down for a second.
Are we going to see them decide to go quick again, right? Because you talk about these pace changes after a timeout, after some rounds. You want to try and catch your opponents off guard. Right place, right time can still be a problem though, and it's extremely observant in that round, right? Where NC Slasher is at the right spot to get the big old spray down.
Fast worked once, twice it's failed. Will they continue that trend?
Well, that's it, isn't it?
Oh, man.
You like the idea of the shoulder peeking, but you unlike the idea of the lineup for Full Sense.
The Odin just so strong, right? Those walls are paper thin.
But as I said, right, it's only 2 rounds to come through from Boom. Have an idea. Did you have enough of a discussion just then to be able to answer on back? A quick little take over towards Rubble, and a good reveal actually to come through from a horn.
Calming down completely. A little bit more fear in their eyes.
No mound space to be taken from Boom, however, but you'll start to gather some information if you are the defender side. With the Prowler, you've got 3 players stacked over towards this side. Just the spray through the smoke. It's unwarranted, Mitch.
They might actually be able to get John Olsen off the back of this Nightfall. No.
Nah, just a scare tactic
That's
to get
all
them
it
on
is,
now.
yeah, get rid of them.
If you're looking to try and funnel them now towards B, where you've got this trap laid, Nano at the front with Toxic Wall to come up from 𝘼𝐽𝐿𝐿, you got a pit if you need to as well, technically, but it's actually going to go over towards the other side on the map, which is C.
वो actually Leviathan ult खाता तो भी चलता था.
Got the kill over at A, immediately
अभी
booking
late
it
decision
over
ले
towards
रहे
C. He's trying to play with his food here.
They're still so unsure about where they want to end up as well. Maybe they're trying to split through B here. They've pinged it.
ये दोनों enter
The thing
करने
is,
वाले
you've got
क्या?
no fault line, you've got no flashes for Fox to be able to lock down one lane of sight.
भी
You've
5
got to
round
have
है.
something come through from one of the other players. You need to have PDC almost play with you at the moment. 30 seconds to try and draw more players to this C side, but it's not going to happen right now. Boom are not rotating.
Throwing out that relay bolt. Now they're really trying to get in here. They're relying on it all.
ये दोनों
They
मरने
found
वाले
the
मेरे
big
को लग रहा है.
necessity. Can he be the hero that they deserve? No. Continuing forward will be Leviathan, so they're so split up. It's going to be 2 1v1s opposed to the other side of the map, and I think Berserk's, he can just keep him interested here. It's going to be so much reliance.
And because PDC is playing Astra, he can put stars down onto the spike and still have a bit of an impact. It's all on the Berserks, but actually it's all on the fight that might actually be on the site itself now.
The pit goes down. He's going to pin it all down
एक
here.
star full
PTC
कर.
is just way too far away.
मजा आ
Leviathan
जावे.
just needs to
Point
try and
से.
buy enough time in.
डाला.
He's called the bluff for the time being, but he needs to call it for even longer, because as he wraps in, that is going to start to connect there.
He's seen it, not defused.
That's it. He's got the info,
Ah.
and that's the pit denied. Destroyed. PTC, the timing, it's enough, and Berserks, he's called it.
It's the
Doesn't
round.
want a part of that
Nice
at all.
round,
That is the
mate.
round
Nice
secured
round.
for full sense. And my God, this is the thing, Komodo, that I can just want to very briefly
नसीब
touch
वो
on.
एक ही kill ले पाए उधर
the
एक पे.
youth of the team, the newest
इसने
addition,
trade कर दिया
and to
नहीं
have
तो.
that level of composure in a moment like that is just insane.
Playing to the numbers at that point in
भाई
time as
ये
well,
सब
you know that you've
without
got
ult वाले
reliance
इनके पास
on
plans
PDC.
है.
If
Ult
they
के
need
साथ
to,
क्यों नहीं
with
plan
the
है
gravity
भाई?
well to buy a bit of time. He'd
हाँ,
already
वही
started to make his
ult
rotation
के
over
साथ भी
towards the
होने
A
चाहिए
side.
पर
I had my eyes so
Overcook
keenly
हो जाता
prized
है.
on that A fight here for these trades as well, because that was literally the crucial moment of the round. It was 2 versus 2 in that scenario, and Leviathan, not only did he clutch the rounds, but more
अभी
importantly,
आसपास
he
रहे,
made
अच्छा
sure that
लग रहा है
the
थोड़ा.
trade was going. They still paranoid it. They still cleared it, even if they've not got an idea that anyone's there. They're making sure they're not giving Boom opportunity here.
Not as quick either. Happy to take mound control, but that's all for now. They've got the lines locked down here. Famous is just keeping a keen eye on that door.
𝘼𝐽𝐿𝐿 just needs to make sure he's looking the correct
Ah,
way, but no.
Timing on the door was absolutely perfect there. They managed to get the 2 frags found. PTC tag low, but it's not really going to matter. Now they call for C. Going to go in, and it's going to be denied. John Olsen. Can he continue? Inside this dark cover. He's trying to slip the wickets, but 𝘍𝑒 gets one back.
And now it's 𝘍𝑒
भाई
and
कैमरा
then
उल्टा
C/2
दिखा रहे हैं बाबा.
3, which might actually be a
Oh, that's
workable
enough.
scenario. The first one is found, the second as well is gorgeous, but utility pulled.
ये कैसे भाई
for
5v3
the trade.
था.
I'm looking at the 5 versus 3 that they lost earlier. I'm looking at
Odin को 2 kill दे दिए.
Boom. This
और वो
time,
stun
they
पहले
come
क्यों
back
नहीं
from a
use
player
कर रहा है?
disadvantages
करना
because
भाई,
they're quick
secure करो
in
time
for the
पे.
retake.
एक बंदा मरने के बाद
C slasher again. He's been continuing this form. He's been able to just be a rose in the side
और
of the
इनका वो है रे
rather.
प्लांट वो ही करना है
It's just
मतलब
such
वही करना है
big
करो
impact
ना
time
सेफ
and time
प्लांट
again, and
और
just how he
आराम
was
से
able to
खेलो
set up
ना
that for the trade. It's just
Yeah.
perfection from the man.
And needed as well, right? You're looking at that 9-3 curse or whatever you want to say.
God,
But
get
we've
on
still
this.
got 2 rounds to be able to play for Boom to come back. And this round as well is a little bit
कल
empty
stream पर
for full
करना भूल
sense.
गया
A
था
little
क्या?
bit
हाँ, तू
lackluster
भूल
on
गया था.
the weaponry.
मैं?
You do have
हाँ.
Johnson with an overdrive.
कभी वाला
शाम
दोपहर का
रात वाला रात वाला
Might actually be able to
तो
fashion
बंद
a pretty
कैसे
quick
हुआ?
pop into a site you've not gone into
वो
just
पता
yet.
नहीं कैसे हुआ वो पता नहीं.
There he is!
वो
How does he do it? Time and time
actually दिखा था
again!
इसमें बंद है.
One spot to look towards on the opponent's eco round. One spot, you put up the
अभी भी
wall,
चालू है क्या?
and they're hurting.
नहीं, अभी
Not
भी
just
चालू
from the
रहेगा.
output of that round,
सुबह
but the
8
ability
बजे
to
stream
knock
end
their
हुआ.
health down,
Oh.
to just stare
Cut
straight
करना
down the
पड़ेगा वो.
barrel of it. Imagine the difference if
End
𝘼𝐽𝐿
broadcast
doesn't
नहीं
find
किया रहेगा
John
तू,
Olsen
कप्पा.
in that spot. That department is
I don't
aim.
know, check
That
करता
is
हूँ.
all aim in that scenario, Mitch.
Just being able to reset the crosshair and keep the kick forward.
ये
Last
फुल
round
सेंस
of
वापस से
the
हाथ का गेम थ्रो
and
कर
they're
रहेगा
all
पा
locked
और
up
कुछ नहीं.
inside main here.
If they have an idea how close they are, the paranoia is primed.
John Olsen out, and he's managed to get out of dodge. NC Slasher gets one back, and now the paranoia
whoa,
for
what is
𝘍𝑒.
that?
कैसे जीता रे भाई?
But that's a little rough. Nightmare makes it really awkward, but they can reset from this.
Absolutely. Again, once more, no space taken by Berserks over at Mounds. Something that Boom has not really been able to do, and it's play with early rotation timings by finding information of their own variety.
NC Slasher in the same position.
Yeah, and 𝘼𝐺 here as well, but the thing is, for John Olsen, 36 HP, enough teammates that they can assist him here.
7-4, full sense 7.
Boys is one away from the lockdown. The way Boom lose this round now by the HP is...
By first spell Mar.
Can't do it. Sushi Boys gets the trade, but 𝘼𝐺, he's right in position. That lockdown will be popped, and now he can deny it.
And the door, they heard it going open, so secluded on the site. Now it's Fox.
Rolling Thunder. Is he going to be able to pop it early enough? I think he might have to try. He might have to use it. He might be walking up into 𝘼𝐺. My God, the captain, the leader. They will follow him far. He has done it once again.
Recovery for Boom in this half, but for
Full
Sense, enough to still have some great worth in this map as well. 7 is nothing
at least 8-4
even if they start to drop, even if the crowd starts to get back up and at it right now. The ideas are still kind of present with them as well. I love what they do outside the lobby with the timing of it, but I think more importantly, they didn't actually pinpoint and focus on John Olsen when he got in front of the utility to play off the paranoia. They let him just go on through to catch the rest in the lobby. How many players would you see, you know, a neon slide past you and you immediately try and get them instead of having eyes on the rest of the squad? That's composure.
Focus. Some would say full sense for Boom.
These are the scenarios now as well, right? You're 2 maps down. You're at a halftime scenario. You hear a crowd getting ecstatic. They're cheering for a 3-0 for their home team. Full sense, they've got everything against them in this arena right now, literally. They only have the 5 of them on this stage. They only have a coach behind them as well to try and do what they can. But apart from that, right now, Mitch, they are enemy number 1.
There's something primal about it, isn't there? Going back to something simple. The cheers, the support in this crowd.
Who is going to be SCA number 1 team? Who is it going to be? That's what people were wondering. That's what the chat was along the floor from the pre-game. This series, essentially in a lot of people's minds, decides that.
Everyone's minds at this point, Komodo. The den of the wolf. Salamat datang, they say. And this is the scary territory, right? When you've got everyone hungry, they've been starved of rounds.
For those that don't know, that's 𝘼𝐺.
Those who don't know, you're lying to yourself, Komodo.
Hey, I mean, if you don't know, where have you been? He's probably the loudest of the whole crowd here.
Louder than me, man. John Olsen, though, loud on the footsteps. Salambot's going to get that catch, and that's information gathered.
And this is something Boom didn't do. This is what I was talking about and highlighting. They never pushed over towards Mound to get this information, but right now, Boom have the correct read. Hey, no one's home. They actually can take the deeper space. They can set themselves up for essentially, Full attacking this spike now.
Super weird, right? You know, Full Sense could have potentially put the accelerator down, but they didn't.
How much time do they wait to try and clear out all of rubble, all of the tree as well? Because that's time that goes in Boom's favor.
They've got it now. They know where exactly they should be.
Here comes
the
retake.
Lots of positions to overwhelm, don't they, Komodo? Going clear into it. NC Slasher spotted. Will get the shot off. PTC 1 for the money, 2 for the trouble. And John Olsen's there as well. ZP, my friend. I don't think you've got what it takes here. And that is another pistol round secured here for Full Sense, the Thai powerhouse.
Yeah, that's actually a really huge retake to come through from them as well. 5 alive is just an added bonus on the back of that, because I'm looking objectively at what Boom are doing in that round. They get in towards the site, they get up towards, you know, heaven and drop and everything, but they don't actually kind of do anything apart from that. No exploration, a little bit further to clear all the stairs apart from the Prowler. So you'll have the idea that the full retake is kind of coming on forward. Fox a little bit late, but if you're, you know, wanting to extend it a little bit more, you're going with a buddy. You're trying to figure out, all right, where are they coming from? You're trying to then catch the timing back on your opponents who would generally think you're going to sit on the site that you've got the spike plant.
They're going to change the pace off the back of it, straight down the guts. Sushi Boys I mean, look, this is not exactly a prime position for this Spectre. Following the tracking, right? That's scary. You got to be so careful now. But they open the door. PTC goes for the fight, but doesn't go too far. Fox, be careful, my friend.
He got the gun though, off the back of that Ferrari previously, so it's back to an advantage for Full Sense.
Oh man, I was gonna say, you know, it's like shaking the nest of hornets right there, trying to get in there. Do you really want to fight against the bee? For Fox, he will, and he's absolutely okay with it too. Teamwork makes the dream work. And Full Sense continue to streak.
Yeah, the biggest thing, you know, about Valorant is the pistol round and the anti-eco. If you're getting both of them, that's 4 rounds out of 13, right? That's such a large size of rounds that you can just collect upon where your opponents are generally a little bit weaker. And you're, you know, still then getting a bonus potentially. Rifle rounds, these are the moments in these maps that you need to be ensuring that you're trying to find to establish a really good foot in front of the other right now. So the fact that Full Sense have been able to get those two, now going into a bonus round, which is actually looking pretty good in their gun department. Light shields are up for a couple of them. The space now around Rubble, but look at this deployment from Full Sense. 3 of them are here.
Ready to activate now. Paranoia is good. Shiro, no! John Olsen might be able to get the catch though, but he gets the pot shot, the clay pigeon. And Famous is taken out of the high heavens.
And Slasher needs to be careful right now with the spray to come out the Odin. That can be traced, just like Famous in the air.
Shut down. Pushed off the pedestal. A place that he is familiar with in this tournament.
John Olsen decided to fall back wisely play with the numbers now. You've got a bit of an extension for what could actually be this B crunch. A deep alarm bot to keep in check that no one pushes a bit deeper for Full Sense.
Gotta be so careful. Sushi wants to entertain it, but Berserks is going to get that first, and it brings it back to a 4v4.
Because Fox is gone, that means that you don't have the reliance on these stuns and flashes, specifically the aftershock when it comes to a B retake.
Oh, awkward, right? PTC trying to wrap around, but they've got that deep control.
Oh, they spotted.
Information now gathered. John Olsen wants to try and fight it, but this angle, you know, NC Slasher can just really try to bully him here, just try to keep him out of the opportunity. Now Sushi Boy's trying to enter in, and there it is. NC Slasher again, this Odin is so scary to fight up against. Leviathan gets the dink, but the timing's not good enough because NC Slasher, he watches his back. He will not have the knife go in and get twisted.
It is just a bonus at the end of the day to come through from Boom, but it is good to see that they are all aligned in how they want to navigate back in towards it when they have a bit of a deficit in the beginning. Absolutely paramount shots to come through from NC Slasher. It's always going to be a bonus. Who is, well, is now 1 away from the Nightfall coming in towards this next round. So that can actually be a really potent ult to go in with for this attacker's side. Even escalating on the fact that Full Sense have a little bit lesser equipped for Fox, and PDC has this this gun. I don't know how Zespi's won that, honestly.
Absolutely, they just kind of half cooked it right there, hey?
Oh, this is
Trade's coming back though.
It's just a battle in 2 different places that is kept equalized.
3-3.
Zespi though on 30 HP. PDC can technically just bolster up on 1 single line with that outlaw.
I don't think Fox wants to overstay his welcome here.
Get the information and call for your teammates as well.
Live in the head now. Ooh. Play the information game if you're Boom.
A little bit of a tickle, but you know what that means? You can start to get mound spaces Boom, and you can still get that orb for NC Slasher. You want to try and, you know, get that Nightfall going in. You can follow the traces, which in this current position is really important. You want to get the information on where your opponents are. B is actually open. I have an idea that the rotation could actually go back there for Boom.
Barrett's back online, alarm bot there too. Get the info real quick. Halfway duck. 33 seconds, Komodo. They're just watching their backs right now. PTC has been really smart here, but that's where the door opens, and now they can wrap the rotate. They're going to be able to find
समझ गया ना एक के पास शेरिफ था दूसरे ने वैंडल चलाया.
Yeah, 3 different angles potentially as well. Does PDC continue to wrap back around through the ruins?
2 लोग हैं, उन लोग को smoke नहीं करना चाहिए था रे उधर आने दे रहा.
I would like to see
वही तो chance था ना round जीतने का कि आने देना था.
Nightfall only pinging 1, so you have to have someone watching this flank now to come through.
I think they've done that on purpose as well, just getting the catch onto the 1 to get the info. Time is ticking.
Yeah, time really important, but for PDC, he needs to activate. He needs to clear everything with this outlaw.
Oh, Zespi playing it close. Does he get caught by the fault line? No, he plays it. He likes to get up in the face of these players. He's an entertaining fellow, isn't he? Fox gets the trade. But now this eye has to go into PTC. He gets the shot on the famous 𝐿𝐼𝐍𝐿𝐒. He's got the weapon for it! But Fox! He will
पिछले राउंड का बदला ये
and that is
पिछला राउंड
double
उसकी वजह से ही
digits here
रिटेक नहीं
for
हो पाया
Full Sense. They can't believe it!
You've heard of a fox amongst the hen house, but right now
Without
it's
him,
in the
okay.
wolf den. And they're not happy about that one. The one at the end to seal the deal, and I was looking at how scary PTC was going to be. And you know why I kept saying about this outlaw, Mitch? Because the remaining players didn't have the full shields to come through. A single shot is all it was going to be able to take to remove them from the play. And that's exactly what happens at the ends there. So well traded out for Full Sense to keep a grasp on Lotus.
पापा और पोपा की जोड़ी कभी दिखेगी क्या
It's like lightning struck the arena.
क्या बोलता है भाविन
प्रीमियर में शायद
What a weird round of economy.
प्रीमियर में बोलता
I
है
was so surprised that 𝐿𝐼𝐍𝐿𝐒 just didn't grab the orb and they set up for the seaside.
Grassroots से चालू करेंगे
The orb naturally clear in towards the side.
भाई फॉक्स भाई अलग ही नशीला है गप्पा उसके लिए हॉर्न नहीं तोड़ रहा है भाई
हाँ नहीं नहीं
Little
गोली
bit
नहीं
of forward
चलानी
space for
जैसे उनको
Boom.
पता
I
नहीं
would
क्या
say
है उनको
relatively free of charge. Just a single horn. Bit of a scaling up again for Full Sense over at the C mound. It's actually a really powerful position from them again to get an early read on what's happening from Boom.
Such an important round for them here as well, right? Leviathan gets the first catch. Famous getting in there nice and quickly though. The paranoia is good.
But can they set up for a post plant now if the spike does go down, because they've not been really too successful?
I know it doesn't quite go the way they wanted either. Does go into position now, and it is going to be popped.
भाई इसको चेक करना भाई प्लीज दो को मार देगा नहीं तो
Here, 𝐿𝐼𝐍𝐿𝐒, but he misses the crucial shot. PTC, Sushi Boys, they get back into it. 𝐍𝐿𝐶, my eyes are on you, my friend. Cosmic Divide goes down. 𝐍𝐿𝐶 tries to make it work, but it is not going to happen here. And that is perfection on the retake. Full Sense, they put themselves one step closer to the edge, and Boom cannot let themselves
भाविन
break.
पहले दो मैप एफएस ने ऑप्शन पे डाले थे
Bit of a heart cracker there for Shiro as well on that Sheriff, missing some of the shots when they're not even looking at him.
अभी खेल
Only
रहे
the
हैं ना?
head to be able to hit.
बाकी
The
का पढ़ाई
utility
किया था
missed on
पहले
him
दो मैप
too.
ऑप्शन पे थे
Really rough for him in that scenario. But again, just another great retake to come through for the side of Full Sense. Catching Boom, looking at the wrong positions time and time again there around the site. These 5 versus 5 scenarios, these 4 versus 4s are not going in the favor of Boom and how they want to try and finish it. They need more exploration around the map. They need to be finding these earlier kills to get advantage on getting into these rounds, on trying to get into these spike sites, because they're not finding an advantage earlier on. They're leaving so many angles for Full Sense to come in for these retakes from, to bully in from.
A shift of the narrative. Last time, previous map, Abyss, John Olsen, the hero, the sole hero. This time, Boom, 𝐿𝐼𝐍𝐿𝐒. He's been up there.
भाविन तू अभी भी 23
He makes
का है
maybe a
क्या
little closer, but this is where the team factor is so important. The
बोलूं
whole
तो
team
कितने का हुआ
needs to be here, and when you set yourself up for success, but the structure or the foundation gets weakened a little bit,
वो लोग इधर है
there's a chance
लग
here for
नहीं
Full
रहा
Sense to try and break that.
There's been no idea from Boom that they've showcased this map 3 times
बताओ
and
यार,
they're still
कैसे हो?
doing what is weak for them. Not
बोलूं क्या
finding
कर रहा है
space
भाई?
around Mound, giving their opponents the
जिसमें आता
free
है, वो
space
करता चले
to
जाता है।
have the forward play. If they try to then crunch back on towards this
खेल रहा है क्या
C-side
गोलू?
play Mound, they don't have a contingency for what's going up against the front of them at this B-side. This is such a weakness of Boom on this
Trust
map
तो है
that
नहीं
they
इधर।
have not been able to self-realize. So I'm kind of hoping that Meow is able to just invest in
16
this
साल का हूँ।
discussion and tell them what is happening over on that side of the map. Because once we've seen Full Sense get advantages, they then just
एक्चुअली
fall back.
17.5
They're welcoming Boom into a weak spot. Why wouldn't you in a scenario like this?
Right down. John Olsen trying to make something work here. And he's just keeping them entertained at this point in time. He doesn't need to overstay.
अभी 20 से ले पाई
Call
जा जा
the info, doors open. He can still continue forward here, John Olsen, but no. He's just going to let that ultimate simmer and get out of there with some info.
Boom aren't hesitant in this scenario. They're playing by the numbers together.
उन लोग का paranoia bait out करा दिया दो prowlers seize haunt race का nade वाइपर का speed और क्या ही चाहिए
how you want to be able to go back and clear this one. You know that generally they've gone for these jump spot approaches. Shiro's seen nothing come up through towards A just yet. No real utility to be recycled over at the lobby. So you're kind of piecing together an idea for Boom that it kind of might actually be more tailored towards there.
Fox anchor.
Fred and set up nicely.
Oh.
डराने का काम है क्या Fox player?
Well, it gives you an idea
Going
that
in.
they know.
Oh, great shot from Famous. Now the showstopper punch. But he can't do anything with it. He's been denied by the aftershock.
Bad timing. Hit his noggin on the roof.
Gotta be careful though if you're PTC.
You ripped the rocket too there as Famous, so that is rough that you didn't be able to use that. 20 seconds now on towards this C
Can't
side.
let that slow you down, Komodo. You
Bhai,
can just follow
Fox.
suit. But that's 3 for Fox. I think he's done his part here, Komodo.
खाना खा रहा है क्या Bhavin?
Don't overstep, my friend. Don't get baited. Don't get too excited.
क्या हो रहा है game में?
Is fierce.
वही देख रहा हूँ क्या हो रहा है.
Play with fire. And now going in quick here, trying to deny that spike plant, but they've just missed the narrative. Walking on in.
ऐसा अभी भी लग रहा है full sense throw करके देगा
कप्पा.
Full power.
They are backed up together. They are looking to try and get into this dark cover onto the middle of the site, but he's crossed the line.
Yeah.
And that Shiro again. It might have been an overstep here unless Sushi Boys can be the hero that Full Sense need to try and find that point. But it's Seshby.
angle block
He's
कर दिया
been
उसको safety दे दिया.
but he will return when the Undertaker is called for.
The party man has a plan at the end of that one to not overstep, to let his teammate play contact as well, and to watch the other angles in that scenario. I was absolutely agreeing with you for the John Olsen situation there as well.
ऐसे ही मटके में ओमन भी उड़ जाता Fox
How many retakes have we seen successful for Full Sense so far when they're playing by the numbers? This time, they throw away the numbers. It's built around. And it does falter in the end for them. Full Sense, they can taste a round 12. But they have to find it without giving opportunity back to Boom.
A little bit of blood in the water. You know, Shark can smell that out from a mile away, and that's Boom in the coming back.
This time taking space though over towards a rubble instead. Shiro keeping them in check.
Guys,
You've
मैं
got
last
a
में
bit
देख
of a different
पाऊंगा.
idea because of this deeper utility that comes through from PDC.
Hopefully,
Do
Full
you
Sense
want to
जीते
call
और
something
series
for your team
continue.
to come
थोड़ा
back over
जल्दी हो
here
जाएगा ना
and play
Bhavin.
one-dimensionally with a Prowler from NC Slasher when the Haunt comes back on?
नहीं कपा मेरे को दूसरा काम है. वो उसके लिए नहीं.
Clear all the front side of B.
Looking a little bit hesitant here, Boom.
Oh, it did get a reveal on towards John Olsen, that Prowler. So there's an idea that they know someone is taking this forward rubble space. Shiro spots out and confirms.
Guess they've still got the star there to be utilized.
Meanwhile, there's a Nano and an alarm bot in this smoke too, with a lockdown going on down for Boom. Kinda unanswerable, actually, so you need to stall. Sushi Boy's not in the spot to find it, but the combo utility, actually.
Yeah.
Really
Managed
well
to make
played.
it work. Famous now at the helm, but that's a great fault line.
30 seconds again, they're really leaving it
Another
late.
lockdown. And they just need to find the time here. Shiro should be able to destroy that potentially, but
Bhai,
PPC tries to swing around. They need to try to destroy the lockdown. They need to get in. And
भाई
it will
इसने
be
ये किधर
found.
लॉकडाउन
It
लगाया है
will be
भाई?
punished.
Open
Talk
में.
about timing.
Oh man, making a mountain out of a molehill here.
2v4, and look at the weaponry for Full Sense now. This is a roughie.
It
I think
should
वो
have been
trap था,
around in
लेकिन
their back pocket, but now
मार
they
नहीं
have to
पाएंगे।
try and do something special. Relay bolt for John Olsen doesn't quite catch, but it will in the end. He is traded though. Leviathan now has to be the hero again. The clutch man. So many Omens are able to do this, but not Puppy Chulo today. Another round for Boom.
आवाज गया.
They're getting it close,
Boom हो
but
गया
they
इसका
are
आवाज
getting it over the line. The scenario, I actually did miss that combination utility to destroy the lockdown. That gives you an idea in this that it's more than just the meta game to come through from Full Sense. They have forward thinking from a position that's not in an armchair, right? They don't have the bird's eye view. They are expecting that play to come out from Boom. They have an answer. They had a great fault line to go through to stun them on up as well, but it was just numbers that stared down the barrel. There was one target on the other end and they find it. This is the situation that we start to get a bit of a taste in our mouths of how Boom came back from the 3-9 deficits to push us into the overtimes.
It's the MSG in the air. Delicious. They want the
मैं
fight.
कुछ भी बोलता है भाई.
I think we can give the time to that. Hey, Komodo, it's the moment for it.
I'm doing the Phoenix emote. I'm hands up in the air with the big bug eyes. You want to know why? Because it's a what is happening. I love it.
This is Valorant that tastes like real Valorant.
We can follow what's happening, but it's also for the home crowd here. It's like a Boom doing it. Are they gonna come back?
They could. Yeah, they absolutely could. You know, this is the thing where it's that continued indecision, that hesitancy, the scrappiness that gets pulled out of Full Sense when they're looking good. they're looking great.
They did hold on to their timeouts for this reason, though.
Correct. They need to re-establish their foothold.
Absolutely. And, you know, going into a round such as that one as well with not too much of the weaponry. So they'll see if they can look to get back in towards this next one as well. You're getting an idea, though, that in the beginning of these rounds, you're kind of doing what you need to do against a team like Boom as well. You're taking either rubble space, you're taking either mound space, you're being a little bit passive over towards the B site. This one, though, you are at the lesser weaponry. One spawn. No full buy. And you're going forward.
What a position from Zespu. PTC actually getting some back, though. He does get punished in the end. Leviathan needs to try and find something, but it won't happen. And now Sushi Boy's a long way from home with just a sheriff.
We've questioned this whole time where his fame has been. He's not adapting to the meta. He's not getting in front. It's okay, because Zespi got in front this time. Famous is there for a lot of the trades. And Sushi Boy's 1-on-3.
Double TP kya na Oman?
You can hear what it means to this crowd right now.
Famous 3K.
Another step forward. 2 rounds the difference here. Full sense was so far ahead of this curve, Komodo.
And they're quiet right now.
Oh, yeah.
This arena can be so claustrophobic when you can see a whole crowd around you as well. You turn your head, you look up, you feel the pressure. You can feel the vibrations in the floor from these chants as well. And unfortunately for Full Sense, they know that these chants are not for them.
Either embrace the nightmare or let it terrify you. John Olsen caught. Famous to say. Fox though! What an aftershock to boot, now punished. Back to a 3-on-3 as John Olsen will be felled.
Yeah, that's a really nice aftershock to come on through, actually. Removing Famous, who just came away with the 3K, removing Shiro as well. Rely upon him to come out with a little bit of these later positions, to be able to just isolate these angles, to hold them together as a unit when it comes into these positions. But a 3 versus 3 now for Boom to try and establish a plant. I'm looking towards Fox with the ultimate. Again, holding on to it for quite a significant amount of time, but for a big retake like this to get map point where you can use
it.
It's coming out now, that rolling thunder.
Good timing on that smoke for Zespi.
Team now going in, trying to engage. Fox continues his tear. They're back in main. They've got the post-plant utility. Zespi, will he be broken? Another little bit of information thrown out by Fox. They have to try and get onto this defuse now. The spike Zespi can deny. And now Sushi Boys can get it to half, and he will stick. He will do it!
तूने किया था मेरे साथ, मैं करूंगा तेरे साथ.
How does he do it?
No jump spot peak to come through from Berserk. No jump spot peak to come through from Zespi. A 2 versus 2, a stick on the defuse because time was bought to get it towards half. Mitch, what environment did Sushi Boys come from? Tier 1. They say pros don't fake. He wants to go back.
No fear. So close to being broken, Komodo. Imagine the spirits if Boom were to come back, to have the confidence to stick that as Sushi Boys, and the pace is going to be sent out again. They are looking to fight to the death.
Could be the last round here on map number 3 for Lotus, giving us the 4th. Or it could be the 3rd overtime in a row for Boom.
How dare you utter those words, Komodo.
I'm going to say them for this crowd.
I'm all for it.
Scaling up, though, early through Mound. Bit of a split from Berserks as well, but once more, again, I love the initiative. I love the realization from Full Sense.
Finally, TX का chicken आया. यहाँ पे कौन सा game चालू है?
Early information, if there's any potential.
आप दोनों game देख रहे हो भाई.
Couple of ultimates for Boom now that could really afford them some entry into that site and some security as well.
But again, no mistakes can be made in this current situation. Do they get in their own heads or not?
Certainly looking for it now. Sushi Boys trying to take something over mine too.
Another round where the time could really go down to about 20 or so seconds before they decide to go on in, try and set Famers up with the showstopper.
The execution, now is the time. Where's Famous going to look? The question, the answer is nowhere. Berserks gets one back, making it winnable. There's a chance here because there's a second. We talked about when Berserks would activate. When would the Fury come out? He was looking for it. He
Dikhare
wants to
triple T
scream to the
Are?
crowd.
Paranoia
Around! As he looks for more, but we aren't done just yet because Sushi Boys looks to bring it back. Berserks has to be the hero in this round because Leviathan is looking forward. Can't quite destroy that nano. That's going to keep him interested as NC Slasher finds another, and Leviathan, he wants no bar of it. Berserks is here, and the rage is too much for Full Sense.
Pockets are starting to bleed dry for Full Sense right now as well, so priority on this Vandal into the next round. I was saying time is an issue once again for Boom. Is it going to undo them? But they shift on through towards the B site, a massive entry opener to get onto the site as well. They don't find that, and you can see Fox set himself up to deny entry and to deny a potential comeback.
There is one answer
Caster को
for
बोला
Boom.
चिल्ला crowd को
Overtime.
मजा आना मांगता है
The
अपने
only way they can do it.
So now you're saying it.
I love a
ये
comeback.
तो भाई दिया है
That's
ना
illegal. Sorry.
Yeah.
You're playing non-neon and you're running and you're getting a shot like that?
I told you, man. He's beat his chest. He's screaming. He's raging.
Here we go, though. This is the bled dry round for Full Sense on the back of what John Olsen might be able to achieve with the overdrive. PDC given the Vandal. Now, like again, the Boom are just playing a little bit more reserved. They don't want to be running in towards a stack. Actually be over towards this B site. They hear the Vandal.
I think Full Sense really need this round.
Well, it would give them the map. Let's see. Shift back over towards the A site. 𝘼𝐽𝐿𝐒, again, powerful thing a Viper can be on a map like Lotus, because you can really play with the timing of this wall up and down. Once more, the timing, though, over on Mound from Full Sense, they have the info that it's not safe.
on,
They
John
can
Olsen.
rotate over towards A because they opened the B rotate door and no one was home.
ये
So they know
round है
exactly
खत्म
what's
करने का.
coming in
ये
right
right
now,
round.
and you know what I'm expecting when they start to scale in. John Olsen is going to get electric.
Ready for it. It's his time to shine now, Komodo. The Seas is going to go in, and it's the catch potentially, but John Olsen, he's been punished, and it's Berserks once more to go for glory.
Oh, bhai.
The Fury
भाई बाहर आना नहीं दे रहे
continues.
And immediately,
Guys, ये last
now,
round में देख
straight onto
सकता
the
हूँ या
screen,
तो third map होगा या तो OT
realizing
जाएगा.
what has
होता कि
happened
tree और
here,
in-
there, everywhere. If there is a timeout to come through from the teams right now, he knows exactly what he has to say to get into this game, for how to get us into overtime. If not, the team, well, unfortunately, they're going to have to realize it themselves, and that's exactly what is going to happen, because Boom have expended the T's.
Another opportunity for Full Sense, this time fully equipped. Lockdown's there, John Olsen going for the same old play, and this time they're going to give him the freedom.
I would love to just see Boom immediately waltz in towards this seaside as well, dropping on that
Hey, इससे अच्छा तो
lockdown,
फिर
getting a
वो
pit
side पे
established.
fight करते
If they
हैं
can do
जब
it
ये आ रहा था।
somewhere, it would be well worth its weight in
धोखा हो
gold.
गया आपके साथ.
A little bit of an island here. Just not going to give into it just yet.
An operator for Famers, by the way, on this attack
अरे बहुत
side.
जल्दी check किया वो.
Currency Slasher as well, so there's really a priority to get in towards this site. Sushi Boys is setting himself up for an early lockdown too, which actually could be disrespected if Boom want to. On the back of the pop from
डाल
the
दे अभी.
Alarmbot and the
counter
Nanos.
करने वाले.
Prowler in first to clear. Still, if you can get Famers deeper in towards the site, they can start to try and remove this lockdown that now gets deployed. You can actually also just drop your own if you want, and that's exactly what they do. A deeper pit will provide 𝘼𝐽𝐿𝐒 the insurance policy to get on in.
This is going to be such an interesting round, Komodo. They might get a few of these detainees, but 𝘼𝐽𝐿𝐒,
क्या
he's
पका रहा है bro?
there's the detainee.
ऐसे भी डिटेन हो गया, उससे अच्छा उसको मार देता, आइस बचा लेता.
Man, he knows how to fight the good fight.
And you've still got complete mound control for Boom. They know the flank isn't there because of the alarm bot too. They've got this locked on down as he slasher onto John.
He's gone, the big man. 3 versus 5, and 𝘼𝐽𝐿𝐒, the thief in the night, will find it again. The snake will bite, and Famous will continue. It's all over. Boom! That
Okay guys, thank you guys for tuning in guys. जो भी देख रहे हैं stream जाओ कप्पा के साथ जाके देखो. I'll have to go unfortunately.
आ जाओ.
चलो. Bye bye.
साथ में रोते हैं.
Take care.